Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. We're late, and it's GOP's fault,
As always.
as always. It's good. It's
Wink,
good to have
wink.
that handy in the pocket blame. I
That's what I'm
appreciate
here
it.
for.
Yeah, but no. Nevertheless, we are be getting into session 4 of Fortress of Hope. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. How about you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Hooray.
Hooray! Yeah. No, it's fun. I'm having a good time with the character, and also things like one thing that a DM needs to do.
Mhm,
And Puffin has been displaying that for you here is that when you're a person and you of course this system is in flux. This system he's fleshing out, and there's quite a bit of work to do on it, but it's definitely 100% functional, and it grows every week. But if you're a type of DM and you are literally sitting there every day following the rules to the nth degree, you are going to fail miserably as a DM because it doesn't work like that. People aren't like that, right? And what Puffin displayed, I think last week particularly very very well, is we ran into we were farming, right? Farming
mhm,
for goods and for XP, which is fine.
mhm,
And we ran into a threat that's beyond our level, which should happen. If you're DMing, not every fight do they go in and championingly win. There are things you should run away from, and that should be part of your gamer set, right? As a DM. And of
mhm,
course he did that, which is great. But two, it's fun to make that scalable because when you get an idiot, a la me, who's like, no, I'm going to get it, right? Because we idiots do exist, right?
Mhm.
Um, and
It happens.
it happens, but you need to be able to flow with your creature on the fly. Actually, a lot of times when I'm DMing, I might put a little visual up for the thing, but the enemy is completely in my head, and it's fluid, right?
Mhm,
Because you need to possess a threat, no matter how more powerful your characters become. And
mhm,
and that was a good example of that. And that's something you need to do as a DM. So this show is not only about us having fun; it's about
mhm,
displaying different gaming systems and how to do it. So
mhm.
kudos for the puffin. Um,
Hooray.
yeah, but yeah, it is a very good example of how you should do as a DM. Be fluid, my friends. Be water.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Anyway, go ahead, Puffin.
All right. So, all of you have recently been to a wonderful shindig as one of the characters has gotten married. The
Best dancing ever.
he- best dancing ever from a very inebriated dwarf. But,
He was
everyone,
badass.
yes, if he wasn't there,
The
though,
only high
everyone.
roller in that
See,
whole
that's the
wedding.
thing. Everybody else rolled under 10, so if he hadn't been there, everyone would have thought their dancing was great.
Yeah,
Mm.
okay, so we can blame him then. Stupid
Yeah,
dwarf.
Yep.
that's right. He gets the short end of the
No,
stick.
here's the
Anyways,
important question though.
yes,
Was
sir.
he a was he a Peter Jackson dwarf or was he a Snow White dwarf?
He was a Peter
Ooh.
Jackson
Okay,
dwarf.
good. Good, good. Because the Snow White ones I've been told are nightmare fuel.
They're Nightmare Fuel. This
Well,
is like the
before or after the reshoots?
Oh well.
both,
Both?
both.
Both.
Ugh.
Well, you notice how dumb they were in that movie. Not only did they give us this, okay, make CGI dwarves, quick, 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 right? That's what we got.
Mhm,
The original, because they didn't want dwarves because that's racist somehow.
mhm,
Even though they're supernatural creatures, they had 7 ultra woke thief bandits. And that was their initial plan, right? We all saw that.
mhm,
And the idiots who panicked and made these bad CGI dwarves left the 7 bandits, their woke bandits, in anyway.
Mhm.
I mean, are these DEI people incapable of communication or organization or efficiency?
Why do
Yes.
you ask questions that you already know the answer to?
Because I'm a teacher, and that's a rule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to. He's been practicing it for years.
Fair enough. That's
It's called the stupid check.
It is. No,
And
it
Uh-huh.
if you
is.
fail,
Yeah.
his job is like, he gets the list out.
Well, yeah, no,
Further
it's true
tutoring.
though. One of the first things you learn being a teacher, never ask a question you don't know the answer to. But it's also ask the white guy type of thing.
Mhm.
Oh,
You know.
fair enough.
Now that's racist.
Well, that's a black guy
True,
term. It's not a white guy term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, because in the prisons, you see, lady, the black dudes are kind of stupid. So if they have a question about something, they always
That's a
ask the
trope
white
from
guy.
Hollywood. That's a
No,
trope from Hollywood.
She got you.
that's a trope from the black peoples. That's
Oh
what
my.
they say. But a
They
trope for
just act
Hollywood.
dumb.
She's upset because she was saying that men never stop and ask for directions, which of course is a Hollywood trope because men
Mhm.
always stop and ask for directions. Matter of fact, it often annoys our women that we do so. But Hollywood. There's a lot of the world is based on Hollywood tropes. Most people
Yeah.
think there was an ancient empire called Rome.
Yeah.
What?
Well, there's a lot of
What?
evidence of it, isn't
Crazy.
there?
No, well,
Like
there was an empire, but it was
those
called
big old
Palladium.
column. Oh well.
Well, no, saying Rome
Call
is
it
like
tough.
saying government building. This is the country government building. That's what Rome means.
Okay.
It's a word. It's not a country name. The name of the country
So,
was called Palladium.
so all roads lead to government building.
That's what it. Yeah. Now it changes.
Yeah,
Now it makes more sense, doesn't it?
yeah,
Doesn't it?
it.
All money leads there too. Taxes.
Anyway, hi Dave. Well, why am I talking? Puffin, do your
Yes,
thing, man.
it's my turn.
Well, we're only
Because
11 minutes in. Yeah.
yes, it's only 11. We have 4 more before you can curse at the terrible things. I mean, wonderful story I'm going to tell.
All right.
So, as all of you have recently enjoyed your shindig, you are
Oh yeah.
married, and we fast forward roughly about 3 days, and the city of Gobopolis, within the magic stone, the magic wood, and the barriers that exist within the mausoleum itself, you found a way to actually escape, if you wish, from the mausoleum. But the problem comes in that at some point, all of you are in the city proper, and you feel the ground tremble.
Uh huh.
Everything begins to shake. Birds, bats, anything that lived on the roofs of Gobopolis fly through appropriate exits as they are allowed to. Even the magical shields begin to shudder and shift. And the mayor of Gobopolis,
Oh.
called Goblin, who is a rather lanky goblin with an abnormally long mustache.
Oh, of course.
Um,
Billy the Butcher.
they call him Goblin of the Gray Circle because his mustache wraps all the way around his head and is tied, on the back of his head because he doesn't have hair.
Oh, that's perfect solution.
And he, basically sends out a creed that the lizard is moving. Brace for impact.
Okay. I just basically climb halfway up Vienna and grasp for impact.
Okay, everybody that's not doing that, so Vienna and everyone else, make me a reflex roll versus 17.
Ooh, she has a character sheet even. I can even do that in my inanity. Nice. Of course, I probably would be better at it, but that's all right. We're going with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Checking my
I
character
only
sheet,
have
see
a
if I have climbing.
plus
And no,
2.
I do not.
Oh, my woman mountain is badass.
She's your woman mount?
Excellent.
She is my woman
No.
mount.
She's an orc.
Oh no, I was in the wrong. Never mind, I was in the wrong one. Okay, here we go.
Thank
I gotta do it in
goodness.
this one.
19. I made it.
Oh, the boss. Nice.
Natural 20. He made it in his suit.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon, I will roll for him because he is not here, and he has a +3. He...
Oh,
Okay. Oh, fortunately, he was lying in bed when this happened, so he
but
just falls out of bed.
that's fair. But he lands on his feet and hands, though.
Yeah, because he's a
He's a
cat.
cat. That's like automatic rules.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, he
So
shouldn't even had to have rolled.
yeah,
Honestly.
it's
Well,
just
he was
bizarre.
asleep. That's why he had to roll.
Yeah.
Not fair enough.
So what has happened is as everything stops shaking, you see that there's a hole in the roof now, as well as other building roofs, as stalactites have fallen and punctured into the different buildings. Due to the magical nature of the material, if on the outside, what would be a small 2-foot hole, well, in the expanded space, that is also magnified. So you have like this 50-foot wide stalactite spike in the roof, but on the outside, it's like 2 feet wide. When the goblin workers come and pull it out, like the ceiling looks like it's a skylight for a second till they patch it up with mortar. And the mayor goes about with his little talking device that the gnomes rung up for him. He's got basically a radio. It's kind of like, they ran a copper wire and it's like, phone on a string,
Sure.
just to everyone. And it's like, all right, everyone, it seems like the big lizard has stopped shifting for now. And as he says this, there's another tremor. Not as big as the one before, but it is consistent. And he basically, you hear, he's fumbling around at his desk, and then he brings out, all right, time to use the mallet, I guess. And he hits something, and they go to basically GobCon 2,
Oh,
which is like
GobCon 2.
DEF CON 2. Yep.
Yes. GobCon
Which
2.
is basically the dragon is moving.
Yes.
You
Well,
know,
I just
um,
learned about the dragon, but I do kind of, 'cause I'm grappling her. I do kind of,
mhm,
wiggle my way up a little bit, give her a kiss on the cheek. She gives me that eye smile, side eye smile that only I recognize.
mhm.
And then I get down, slap her on the ass, and I turn around and say, "What was that?"
I think
So
that should
I,
take at least 2 or 3 turns.
I
I would have
probably.
loved it if she would have given you the smile, then given you the backbreaker.
Hmm.
Wham! Anyways,
That's the love of
but
my
the
life. We just got married.
yeah, but just saving you years of build up.
That's fair.
So the dragon is
She likes
moving.
them
Is
soft.
Yeah, the alarm is going off, and it's just a chicken with a series of bells tied around it. Unfortunately, the chicken is afraid of the bells, so when they let it run in the street, it scares itself and just keeps running.
Paka, paka,
So,
paka, paka, paka,
yep,
paka.
and there's this whole bunch of bells, and everyone knows that there are cave-ins, possible. You should retreat into the actual more fortified halls because Galbopolis is built in a cave
Yeah,
that's affected by the residual magic of the mausoleum. That's why you can actually using magic, whereas the rest of the mausoleum you can't teleport really as well. You can there. It's
yeah,
how people get in and out.
yeah. Like me.
But it takes about double the effort of normal to get in and out because the magic is very frayed here. And
Sure.
so, but dragons are immune to magic, and so this thing is boring up through the earth apparently. But there is one particular spell. Now you are an enchanter, so I need
Mm-hmm.
you to make me an intelligence roll to see if
Oh,
you've been aware in your elder studies of this particularly 7th level spell that someone has cast
oh.
from the School of Ash, which
Very,
is in my
very nice.
in my spells only go up to 7 because you can cast spells if you're the spellcasting class. You'll get to that later. But as an enchanter, you should be able to take the skill to learn to cast spells. Actually, but I digress. The point is, the highest level spell is 7, with one 8th level spell as like a capstone. But the normal use highest level spell is level 7. And what is that roll result you got?
11,
11.
11.
All
I
right,
rolled
so
low, but I am very, very good at elder studies.
That is true. So, with that, you are aware of some of the different spells. I need you to roll one more time for me because it's basically like you're going through your notes, and your wife brings you some of the old scrolls that she has on hand.
16.
That'll do it.
That helped. Oh,
There,
like then you'd add, I don't know, whatever you're adding for assistance there.
yeah. Oh, the reroll is the assistance.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So the spell that someone has apparently cast is the seventh level Ash spell, Draconic Communication.
Oh,
You are
nice.
mentally linked by Ash to the nearest dragon of fire, smoke, or wrath. The dragon will form a deal with you, and you best be ready for the wager. The dragon gains the ability to teleport to within a mile of you or the desired location for the pack's fulfillment.
Oh, okay.
Now,
This
unlike in D&D,
yeah.
yep,
Oh, go ahead.
dragons are much more a force of nature in this game than they are even in Dungeons and Dragons. Now I know my experiences, I played with a bunch of mid maxers that had like plus 100 to hit, plus
What?
100 damage.
Mhm.
Yep,
I don't know
they
who
did.
these
There's
people
no
are, but they
such.
sound cool.
It
They
did.
sound terrible.
Well, there was a barbarian I played with. His name was R, and he multi-classed into every type of barbarian from every supplement. He was level 12, and the thing about it was all the different barbarian rage bonuses in 3.5 stack. So, and they're like an instantaneous action. So combat would begin, he would activate all of his rages and get plus 60 strength, and he would
That's the
just
way
beat
you
the
do it.
snot out of stuff.
Very good.
Hmm.
Oh
Good
yeah, it
man.
was great. But in this, dragons are more of a force of nature. They're immune to magic almost, except for the eighth level spells, which bypass counterspelling, like the natural scales of a dragon. Um, Living dragon, not dead scales. So when they move, or if someone contacts them, they're kind of like demons in that people can make barters with them to add to their hoard. You would know all this as an enchanter that casting draconic communication, number one, the dragon didn't suddenly disappear, so it didn't have to teleport. It is within a mile of the intended location that the caster wanted to accomplish.
Sure.
Um, and the fact that it's moving means that wherever it is going to do whatever it's asked to do is, close, and it's continuing to move, which is they're all bad signs. Um, so with that, I will let you guys. There are only three paths open today besides the main path back, and your rook still has the rope. You can still leave the dungeon if you want. But what are you going to do? Are you going to leave Gabopolis down one of the tunnels? Are you going to exit the mausoleum to see if the dragon is on the surface? Or are you going to ride it out in Gabopolis? The choice is yours.
Let's go check out a dragon, guys. This can't go wrong.
But I have to fix the roof.
He
Well,
doesn't.
that is true. There is a lot of damage.
There
It
is
would
a
make
lot of
sense
damage.
for
But
us.
it hasn't stopped yet either, has it?
No, it's still moving. It
Okay.
is it is still moving, but it is beginning to slow down. After about an hour, it begins to slow down, and people can begin repairing things because it's not moving as violently.
Do we
Does it?
know? Well, do we understand? Does everyone else understand that someone had to cast a spell to summon that dragon or summon the dragon?
I
We
Nope.
pass
don't
it
know.
along, yeah. I
Okay, we
mean,
know.
well, no,
Oh, so
hold
now we know.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Um,
Hmm.
let's we missed one crucial important point here. Um,
Hmm.
now, um, Ethereal is driving, so I'll direct my questions to the DM in this regard. Where does the Catman live?
The Catman, I believe, stays at the temple.
So he's at the temple with all the kitty cat harems. I get it. Now,
Hmm.
GOP, where does he stay?
And he has a room at the hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the Green Salamander. Okay.
Hmm.
And now this is the important point. Lady has a new character,
Hmm.
and we don't know anything about her. I know that we had Sizzle Salacious. She's got a red X now.
Hmm.
Mm, Rest in peace.
Rest in
Wah,
pieces.
wah.
So, can someone, like, maybe Lady, tell me who her character is? And I'm assuming she made someone in Gobopolis.
No, I come from outside. Our ex, uh,
Yeah, I
our
mean, but someone
ex-master
who's
who
already been
led
in
us
here.
here. You don't remember coming out and seeing the talking to the guy who sent us in here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rook.
Rook.
Yeah, and I
And,
punched him in the
and
head.
I was with Rook,
Oh, were you?
and you brought me in.
No, I wouldn't have done that.
well,
I would have left you alone.
Rook could, kind of direct you down the path. You would probably be able to find your way eventually. It probably took the 3 days that is up here, but you would have arrived at the inn and would be able to introduce yourself. Who is your character, lady?
My name is Sally.
Oh,
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
so
That's a long
Sally
name.
Shell, Sizzle Salacious. Is there a connection?
Sally sells
No,
seashells.
no, not a connection.
Sally Shell. All right, cool.
Better
And
watch out and
and
be a bard.
oh no. So what is your character? Human, elf, dwarf? Don't be a dwarf.
No, I'm not a dwarf.
Okay.
Um, but I'm
She's one of
how
the
do you
animal
pronounce
people.
that? I'm one of the animal people. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You
Is
were going to make
that
a sugar glider. I remember.
No, an owl person.
An owl. That's worse. They eat sugar gliders.
They do.
Delicious. But she is an owl person. She has long, she has angel wings that, and instead of hair, feathers. Um, yep.
Okay.
But
So
And of
otherwise,
course,
she's
I
an
she's
couldn't
elf.
find a character like that, so I'm not an artist. So.
AI can do it. We'll
yeah.
make something.
Yeah.
So she's at the inn. Okay.
hmm She's at the inn. She was there at the wedding, kind of in the background at the follow-up party, not the main thing.
Well, I am just probably on the bar discussing this, so any of the peoples around who wanted to take a look would probably know. And I explain what I know in that regard. And then I'm
hmm
assuming the rumors start flying around.
Oh yeah, they begin flying around, and oh man, I wish Dragon was here, because his eye is glowing right now. So what happens is people begin panicking. They begin freaking out because there's a difference between a big dragon, waking up from its slumber to take a piss or to get a snack.
Sure.
If somebody made a pact with it, it is honor bound to do that pact. And since that spell only contacts, weapons of living destruction, um, that means that someone somewhere did not think their own talents and abilities capable enough to, defeat the enemy. They had to summon a dragon.
So someone's in cahoots with the dragon to
Mhm.
accomplish some goal. I
hmm
say okay. So I ask the question to the bar. Well,
hmm
one, who has the ability to cast a seventh level spell? And
I
is
thought it
a
was 8.
is a wizard.
Now, son.
Yeah.
And two, who knew that there was a sleeping dragon somewhere nearby? Thus, someone had to have been here a while.
Um,
Any ideas?
everyone, everyone doesn't want to say it, but the main one that would have known is the necromancer that built this place. But he's supposed to be dead.
And he probably could have defeated a dragon on his own. So everybody knows about the dragon other than the newcomers.
hmm
I
Most
say,
people, they're just because the dragon, to goblins is big lizard, so they
yeah,
call it a big lizard. And there's actually a creature in this world which is called, a mine monster. Which you know what a Gila monster is, the
I do.
poisonous lizard.
Yes,
Think of that like the size of a bus, and that's a mine monster. And when people say big lizard, that's what they think of. They don't think of a dragon.
yeah.
But dragons are big lizards too. goblins and goblin dialect doesn't have a word to differentiate the species. Like a dinosaur would be a big lizard. So, it's not until the ground starts moving that everyone living there realizes that the goblins were talking about a dragon.
I see. Well, there was a
And the
movie,
goblins,
1959, called the Gila, the giant Gila monster.
I remember that. It was a good, I saw clips of it. It was a good movie.
It's a bug.
Um,
It has a hot rod in it.
hmm
Mhm.
And it's a big, and the lizard smashes through a wall, which I think they use popsicle sticks. But
Yeah.
the result being that everyone starts looking around, and nobody wants to say that some ancient evil is there causing trouble or literally about to ruin everything, but they're thinking it pretty loudly. Um, but that doesn't matter because soon everything begins to shake and everyone hears a rather loud explosion outside.
Row.
Uh-oh. No one answered my
And
wizard question.
Hmm.
I don't think most people knew who could. The only person that most of the lay people know. Now, the other wizards in town, if they just make a generic D20 of luck. Because if they showed up at the bar thinking that it was a safe place, they might be able to answer your question.
Okay.
Is there a place that wizards
14.
tend to gather?
Yes, there is something called the funnel. The funnel is like a makeshift wizard tower that teleports people in and out. The barriers around here require that you have focus stones. The wizards, got all of them before they came here. And, people's ambient teleporting works because this funnel remains intact.
Well, if there's nobody, well, we'll first see if anyone's here.
At
14
14,
cuts
there
it.
are 4 wizards here from the funnel.
Okay.
Uh,
So I asked the
there's
room.
3. hmm well, if there
Is
were
there
any.
is there a brown one, a gray one, a white one, 2 blue ones?
I think so.
There are, but they're all gnomes. And one of them likes rings. So what happens is they stand up and they say, well, many of the servants of the necromancer have been sleeping for some time, and if any of them happen to be awakened by any of the adventurers or even the scavengers, they could have enacted some failsafe of assault. The dragon below is merely a representation of the failsafes built into the mausoleum structure. The dragon cares not for magic stone. It can burrow up through the earth at will. If it's a dragon of wrath, it's that much worse.
Hmm. That was very
Because
concise
it
and
would.
interesting. So what you're telling me is there's a lick here?
Indeed.
Of course.
Damn it.
Um, Dragon, if you're around, this is just for you,
I
right? This is what's
apologize.
in your head.
I pronounced that correctly. I'll go back to
Mhm.
D&D mode. A
Yes.
Oh, you
lich.
mean, what about a lich?
No, it's the D&Ders say
Weird.
lich, but the word is lick. But that's all right. We're going
Lick,
lich.
lick is
Lich.
better. Okay.
Lick,
Lick.
let's be honest,
It is
Lich
like
sounds better.
It
It
got
does.
licked. Anyways,
Yeah, it
so
does.
your eye talks to you because it was glowing when all this was happening. I don't know if you were able to hear me, Dragon. And when you wake up falling out of your bed, the eye basically talks to you. It's like things are about to get interesting. That's what he tells you.
Ooh, I like this generation.
And he,
In what way?
oh, I brought a friend to mix things up.
Are
You were
you
taking a bit long.
are you spawning nematodes in your basement, GOP?
And
So
what is your friend?
just make sure you don't go outside. The pact will be completed shortly. And so, um, with the explosion, you all basically feel a virulent heat around the building as the dragon scorches the streets of Galbopolis with its breath weapon and begins smashing the town to pieces.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Well, that
So
escalated quickly.
yeah. So I guess we have no choice but to fight it, huh?
No, as you basically are, as people run out into the street, they see the dragon in the southern fourth quarter, which is a very strange place because the dragon specifically burst out from the only mine or quarry that was built there, specifically by the dwarves. But they had recently found one of the necromancer's old tombs where he would spawn his undead. The dragon has burrowed up through that hole, has looked around, and effectively done a 360 fire breath of ash and smoke around that area that, as its breath subsides, acts kind of like foam. The dragon, kind of looks around and systematically just basically takes its hand and smashes everything within a very specific line. Like it does, like even rocks are falling from the ceiling onto other buildings in the area, and the dragon sticks out its hand and stops the rocks and throws them at buildings within the specific quarter that it's at until 20 minutes goes by of this thing firing. People are shooting arrows and spells at it, and they're bouncing off like missiles off Godzilla. And then it's almost like the dragon, there's a glowing in its eyes, and it stops, and then it turns and it crawls back down the path, smashing its tail to seal off the mine. And basically completely closes off access to the necromancer's trove of potential warriors.
So I look
So
at GOP and I said, "Was this your people?"
I have no idea what just happened.
This
In
is
your
it's really Billy the Butcher.
in your eye, it's like, well, it seems the pact is done. The way to the Master's war room and his special artifacts have been sealed for quite some time. The dragon ash will act as a molten foam, like lava you can touch, just don't crack through the outside. That will keep those pesky short people from getting to it, as well as revealing the secrets I hid there long ago. But unfortunately, the pact must be paid, and that's where you, my little friend, come into play. So, if you are one that plays ball, I will allow you to enter deeper into the catacombs and receive the secrets of the necromancer, either to sacrifice unto your goddess, or to use for your own benefit, because I have things I need to do, and your body is ample to achieve these goals.
Oh, this is the eye talking. Okay.
Yeah, I talking to Dragon. So the first thing that I need you to do is I need you to stand up, and I need you to select a certain number of sacrifices to the dragon. He's rather hungry, having slept for so long, and I promised him that I would bring him food and magic. So you don't really have to be that specific, but 1 ton of meat and at least 3 magical artifacts for him to add to his hoard. Do get a move on, or else I'll have to sacrifice you. Nothing personal.
Okay,
I actually like you.
Well, that's 10 to 15 people. So
A ton?
a ton.
Well,
I look for. I'll
orcs.
go to the.
Yeah, you are roboting very seriously.
Hey, what's
buddy.
He's on his phone.
And
We know
there he
this.
went. And there he's back.
There he's back.
He's back. Woo!
Welcome back.
And he's still.
We'll get back to that. Yeah, we'll get back to that in
Okay.
a second. So after that, the mayor comes out and basically assesses the damage, and there were only. Let me make a luck roll for him. Actually,
There might be
Well-
some dead bodies around.
Well, while
Natural
he's
20.
gone, lady, do you like I posted a character in D&D stuff. Do you like that character, or do you want me to change anything?
Hang on, let me. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Amy.
Hello. So what has happened is, with a natural 20, no one was there in that part of the city. No one died.
That works.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, yes.
Nope.
Okay, where's the local prison?
Local prison. The local prison is near the temples because they don't have like an official judiciary branch. They bring them to the temples, and each god condemns them differently, and then they throw you into a pit.
Okay, okay, I'll go there. Ask the priest, whoever was running there, where's all the murderers and rapists?
It's like, well, we don't have any of the second one, but we got plenty of murderers. They're all in the pit. You know, we got about like 20 or 30 people down there.
Okay, I tell the okay, all the
All right, so basically, what happens? The eye is like, well, they'll do. It's fine. And so, you go over to the pit. You talk to the roll of charisma, or I'll roll the charisma for you. I've been rolling natural 20s. Let's see here. You get a -1, I believe. This one. That sucks, but you'll have to make it work. The eye will help you. So, anyways, you go and you see the pit, and these guys are chained to the wall. They kind of look at you, and then suddenly, the ground rumbles a little bit. This kind of big claw, like a Looney Tune, sticks up from the ground, goes in a circle, and the bottom drops out, and you don't hear the screams for more than and then the ground gets pushed back up where it was, as if nothing had happened, and all 30 prisoners are just gone.
Well, it seems like, that was a bit more than was originally bargained for. Maybe they were really skinny.
Oh no, you just
Or
it's the
goblins.
dragon does. Yeah, some of
Oh,
them
fair
were
enough.
goblins. So, roughly he may have gotten one or two goblins that just weren't hanging on to anything. So, as a result, he's like, well, that was well planned. Thank you for your assistance. Now we just need the 3 magical items of varying degrees of power. I'm sure that if you go out questing, you'll be able to find an ample amount of money, and if you prove useful, I will be able to use my connections again. I haven't cast a 7th level spell in quite some time. It feels invigorating.
okay.
Here's the lady's character, by the way. Sally Shell.
Excellent.
I actually put up my screen. Oh, you're not screen sharing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
Okay.
I give it the magic. Well,
I'm doing it
I
now.
have some magic, right? So I give it the magic kazoo as the first, as a down payment.
The magic kazoo.
So, at now you give this kazoo, it is now something custom in Galbopolis at certain times. The dragon, it's a magic kazoo, so it can shape to whatever's using it. You'll just hear dragon snoring through a kazoo. Just echoing throughout everything as the dragon is snoring through a kazoo.
Good job, dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's a double
And
entendre.
Uh-huh.
And so, as a result, you still have 2 magic items, but since you've produced one, he's not going to come looking for anything at any particular time. But the promise of better materials and things to destroy in the name of your goddess, is lots of clout. You could become a high priest in no time. Rise up through the ranks of the church. Meanwhile, GOP,
Yeah.
you and Chester, make me intelligence rolls, please.
Okie dokie.
I have that. Any skill
Intelligence.
attached?
Yeah.
Nope, just intelligence. And are you level 5
Yes.
or higher?
I'm level
Every
4.
5 levels, you get a proficiency bonus, which is +1 to all rolls. So
Mhm.
you can add that too.
Okay.
Nice.
If I roll first, well, I was gonna say if I roll first, you actually will get a bonus additionally.
I'll factor it in.
Okay, just
If-
give him a
yeah.
+1. But
I'll give him a +1 if you roll high
All
enough.
right. Let me
I got a 16.
roll.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. Don't need it. That's not very good.
yeah,
That's
Jim.
not very good. Even with a
So
+1.
what you know, Chester, is that this is ash dragon breath. That it basically falls out of his mouth more like a a pillory or a just vomit more than an actual breath weapon or clouds of smoke, and it forms like I forget the actual I forget the word for it, like pumice rock. It's basically a type of lava that you know looks like normal rock on the outside, but if you break the surface, it is definitely lava on the inside. And that's how this works. Is it's completely cool to the touch, but if you crack it open, there's lava on the inside. And it just is basically bored up this entire place. The thing you know is that this stuff is worth a good amount of money to people who do forging because it maintains its heat. The outside is a complete heat trap. So if you can get pieces of it and cap it, you can sell it for a good amount of money.
Okay. So
And that amount of money might pay for the repairs to your inn.
I speak to the artificer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I bring him over and show him the globules, and I'm like,
I like you use that word.
"There you
I
welcome."
love globules.
And I say, "That's a lot of money. We got to pick it up."
Err. Well, I mean, I'm sure I can get some tools to make sure we can handle all this safely.
So we get to that. He and I, we work
Okay.
together. 50-50.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so both of you make me a roll just at your, this would be a might roll. So make them,
All
your
right. I'll
physical
roll
might.
first. Yeah, and then you can, because I do have a decent bonus.
And because
to
you're
that.
helping each other, if one of you rolls poorly, you can roll again.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Well, I am
you'll
fairly
get.
mighty.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
And you get an additional. Well, it's low, but you get an additional +1.
Well,
because...
he gets to re-roll. Chester gets to re-roll because you're helping each other.
Okay. Yeah.
You can roll again, Chester.
I am doing that.
That's better. Much
So that's
better.
a 16. So between the two of you, difference over 10 is 12, and then 6, so 18. You're able to get about 180 pounds of this stuff without melting the tools that you use to get them. Somewhere in there, those gnomes that ran the artificial shop, and the two older humans that it's kind of like Doc Brown and a bunch of gnome, Martys, but that's not the point. The point is they had some tungsten tools. And if, as you know, lava doesn't even make tungsten red hot. Like, the temperature of lava is actually under half of the melting point of tungsten. That stuff is ridiculous.
You got some nice new tools, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they're on loan, so you can gather this material.
Well, they're dead.
No, the gnomes aren't dead.
Oh, okay.
No one died in this attack.
Nobody
I rolled
died.
a natural 20.
I thought someone got 8. Like a whole
No,
bunch
no,
of...
the prisoners got 8.
prisoners.
A bunch of prisoners in a pit got
fair.
eaten as like a sacrifice.
That's the way to go. That was good. Good job, Dragon. All right,
Yep.
so we pick this up and we whistle while we work, marching over to the dwarves to make a payday.
Yes.
The dwarves are mining at this. They actually made a tungsten pickaxe and they're collecting this stuff. They're making what are called forge coins, where they take this stuff and put it through a press and actually make coins that all you have to do is take the coin, break it, and chuck it into a forge, and it'll light up as if you threw magma in there.
Oh, nice. That is a handy little tool. So how much are they giving us for our 180 pounds, which isn't a lot, of this lava rock?
Okay, so both of you make me a charisma roll for your
Let
barter.
me roll first. I just gotta. My charisma's kind of crap, but I think I just have a flat roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
You have a +2 to this, by the way, GOP.
A +2. Okay.
+2.
17. Oh, not bad.
Excellent.
Nice.
So you can roll now at +1, Chester.
Right. I don't speak dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
I speak arcane.
So the dwarves have a representative, which is they call her Tavi. And she is a drop dead gorgeous elf woman that they kind of had to do a DEI hire kind of thing, where it's like, look, we have to have an elf working here And it's like, well, let's get Mark. We like Mark. He's a miner. It's like, we're gonna take the pretty elf woman because we're losing business because no one likes us because we're grumpy and rude. So they got the really pretty elf girl to work for them.
Hmm.
I got a 12.
So 12. So let's see. You're able to get between your two rolls about have that 400 gold.
Nice. All right.
Okay, so
Uh,
50-50.
and I take the 200 and use it to buy supplies to work on repairs.
Mm-hmm. What are you spending yours on, GOP? Or are you gonna save it?
I still need some iron leaf, but I can't really do anything with. So I'm saving up because I want to have enough to do a +3 power shield with my made of iron leaf. So
That's gonna be expensive. Okay.
I
It
know.
is.
Well, I've got how
Uh,
much? Because I've got 1,600 gold on me. I don't know what the actual normal price is for that.
Okay, so for a normal, not counting material, for a normal +1, it's
Yeah.
100. For a for +2, it's 200 on top of that, so it's 300 for +2,
Mhm.
and then it's another 300 for +3, for 3, 4, 5, 600 for +3 item,
Okay,
not counting the material.
that works for me.
Um,
I did work
what?
out the green salamander, by the way. I
Oh,
fleshed it
excellent.
out. These are all the
Cool.
important NPCs. And I also gave all of these important NPCs a bit of a write up.
Oh, you looked at the warrior class?
I did.
Good, good.
But I just put you got people who work here, family. I got one guy here, Vitz Roll.
Mm-hmm.
He is because you made her 5th level, so I assume that when she came here, she joined an adventuring party and was an adventurer initially.
Yes.
This is Fert Duskmoon, who was the sorcerer or the enchanter with her initially. This rat guy, who I don't forget what you
Mm-hmm.
call him, but the animal people.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
he
Zet.
was he was her ranger, the Zet. Yeah, I have it here. That's right. But
Yep.
he's also connected to the Thieves Guild, that so she can get good deals. But I did flesh all the and this lady here. I had to change that. I gotta go.
No, you're
So
not showing
You
anything,
got a
right?
It's Yankee in the town. That's
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I just assume it's a green elf. So,
Yeah. There are green
but
elves.
anyway, I
Okay.
did flesh it
Um,
out. Um,
It does look good. So all those different characters, nothing had happened to them, but some of them start going through their contacts because they've adventured through the mausoleum, and they know um, that number one, the dragon's attack and its specific, how it did everything was definitely, as order of a pact and everything like that, but they realize that the dwarves must not have just broken into a spawning ground, that they actually broke into one of the tombs that holds gems, one of the caches of the necromancer.
yeah.
That's the only reason why one of his more powerful servants would have wanted the dragon to come and protect it without dealing damage to wherever, potentially he was living. Because, if you aren't living in the area, you don't care if Gobopolis gets destroyed. But if you live there, if you're there, then, you wouldn't want it to be broken, or just wanted to destroy the entrance so that people in the town proper don't come, hunting for you.
Or the person who's controlling the dragon was just putting a hit out on the gnomes.
On the dwarves, yeah.
certainly a possibility.
That
That's
is
why
a
I asked, was your
possibility.
people involved?
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, no, well, because he didn't know. He has no idea. He wasn't even aware of the dragon before this happened. So,
Yeah, that's true. None of us were. Just keep in mind, GP, I have telepathy.
well, yeah.
I know your secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so we made our money though. And honestly, I would think my character's a bit mercurial and
Hmm.
no harm, no foul.
Mm-hmm.
So
Except for a quarter of
Mhm.
the town.
yeah, but that can be rebuilt.
True.
It helps to boost the economy.
There you go.
Of
It's
course, you know what I
perfect.
was really waiting for was the Goblin news reporters.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mhm.
really what I
Well,
wanted.
well, there are going to be Goblin news reporters. You have Goblet and Gobobo
Yeah,
In the
Gabobo.
morning.
Yeah. In the morning.
in
Yeah,
the morning,
yeah.
and they but it's currently nighttime, so they're preparing their material.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair. I love the weather report because old Zsa Zsa Go. Yeah,
mhm.
she's got that going on, man.
Mm-hmm.
She is actually a hobgoblin, so she's like twice the height of the other goblins. So the stories, the way goblins do, it's like totem pole thing. So the
Hmm.
first like magic screen is, her being taller, but you can see the hair of the goblin standing right in front of her, and then it just pans down. There's the other goblin. Just they move it down so they don't have to afford another screen.
That is good.
So
Yeah.
so what happens now is they basically say, well, the dragons attacked. The mausoleum is apparently alive and working. Uh, Reports are coming in as the Goblin News is being collecting things, and the adventurers are returning injured from their travels. More and more undead have been spotted in the tunnels, as well as bandits and other unruly individuals, which makes them think that someone has been summoning, so to speak, or one of the generals is definitely awake now and is begun rebuilding the necromancer's forces, which is a terrible thing because if that's the case, then you got to send out word to the different kingdoms and make sure that they are put down abruptly. Because the necromancer left everything in place to continue his work. It's just all of his generals got put into torpor at the same time. They couldn't be killed by the tools they had at the time, so they just hid them and set the mausoleum to rearrange like a jigsaw puzzle so they could never find their way back to the appropriate chambers.
So the mayor's name is Gobo. You said
No, the Gapo.
Gapo. He's a capo. Gapo. I get it. Okay. So he. I'm assuming he's taking care of his job.
Oh yeah, he's out there putting out fires. He's directing people to rebuild, and he's also putting in a particular important missive, and he comes to you, Chester.
Oh, me.
You, yes, you, helpful elf.
Hello, your High Majesty.
Hello, sir. I have a very important
As
mission
I
for
look
you.
down
If you,
on him. Yeah.
it's okay. He is like, He rubs his non-existent beard chin in hopes, but lowers his face. He snaps his fingers, and like four different goblins pile on top of each other, and he climbs up onto their back so he can look you in the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I wish
Yes.
to give you a particularly important missive and a mission should you choose to accept it, for the good of Gabopolis and its people.
Uh. Okay.
I need you to deliver this to the dwarves of the Northern Mountain.
Okay. I'm an elf.
True, you are an elf, but they do not like me, and I need someone that they would be willing to talk to. And the dwarves we have here were part of a business merger that never actually merged. They separated, and now if you are trustworthy, you are able to convince this lovely tavern mistress to be your wife. You can convince some grumpy old dwarves to at least open the letter and honor their business agreement.
Oh, I
You've
see. So
never.
there's an agreement.
Hmm.
Oh, and they're dwarves, so they're very particular about those things.
They're very particular. See, they have something, a war machine of terrible implication that we wish to harness in order to get the mind back working. Maybe this time in a different direction. They have a drilling machine. It's like a wagon with a big drill on the end of it, and it can go through the earth like normal machines would go on land. But the
Oh,
thing about it is the drill itself is made of adamantium,
oh, I see. And
and that's the
and
only
you're coming to
material
me
that
why? Be,
because I would like you to deliver it because you're number one resourceful. Number two, you have a good head on your shoulders. Number three, I don't want to give the amount of money that I was going to pay to most other groups of interest here because I've got my eye on them.
I see. And where do I have to go?
Well, you'll have to leave the mausoleum for a short time to travel to the northern mountains.
Okay, which I can do.
Indeed.
Hmm. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
I go over and I discuss with Vienna. She's been here longer than me.
Hmm. She will say, um, I know that. Did you tell her about your teleporting powers? Does she know about those?
Of course she knows. Yeah, I'm just curious
Mhm.
how he knows.
Well, he doesn't know about that. He just knows you're resourceful and you can travel places. You know, you got the orcs over here. He doesn't really know how you did it. He's not going to ask. But she says, you know, you have to be careful. In Gobopolis, in this place, it's easy to know your path. But, you know, if you use that, you know, teleportation, your hidden paths, you could end up in a random place because, like, the world when you go through those tunnels is not like it doesn't look the same as it does on the outside. You know what I mean?
Right. I just can simply teleport above us and be outside
Hmm. And then start walking. Um, but
or
he
teleporting. Yeah.
or teleporting in short bursts. Um, but the thing about it is, she says, you know, it would be really good. The mayor has agreed. He talked to me about this earlier because he knew that you were a warrior. And you were resourceful enough to get an orc chief and his mate here without the orcs having him killed. So he sees you as the most capable, as well as you have friends like one that has a big metal suit. One's a literal lion person. And unfortunately, he doesn't know where the pretty elf went, but, hopes she gets better soon. And so, but he's willing to, divert taxes. And what that is in Gobopolis, if somebody has, basically, champion of the city, someone has done the city a great service, a percentage of taxes will be paid to that person.
I see.
Ears perk up.
So,
So,
Ears perk up.
money.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I go over back to him and I'm like, hmm, it's not
the
easy getting
goblins,
out of here.
the goblins underneath him are like, the one on the bottom is just like totally built, but the other two are just like, their elbows and their knees are wobbling because they can't like hold up the mayor.
Anyway, I said,
Yes,
it's not easy getting out of here.
it is not. I am perfectly willing to compensate you for your troubles.
Hmm. All right. My wife says it's a go, so I put my hand out.
He will shake your hand and leave something in your hand, like a good businessman.
Okay. Well, I thought he was going to give me the missive.
Oh, the missive is also with it,
That
but
too.
Oh, fair.
the missive is like it's a letter, so he has to actually reach in his pocket and hand you that. But in your hand is a small golden watch,
Oh, nice.
and on the back of it is a compass.
Oh, handy.
He's
Okay.
like, this served me well when I was an adventurer and founded Gobopolis, so maybe it'll serve you well.
I want to ask him exactly how much are we going to get paid?
Gabopolis is a multicultural town across multiple different kingdoms. Travel here in order to study the mausoleum, and some go for riches and glory to try to destroy the axe of the necromancer. And he's like reading from a little card. Long story short, we we charge everyone taxes that comes through here, and that amount of money is based in multiple different currencies. But most of the time, we need shovels to rearrange the taxes. So you will get many shovels.
Oh, shovels.
Shovels full of money. You know,
Fair
maybe a
enough.
couple wheelbarrows of money.
All right. Well, I discussed this with the party. So how did the owl lady join us?
Yeah,
Let's
we still have to
we
figure all
haven't
that
figured
out.
that out. I'll let you figure that out. I'm going to get some more coffee.
Okay.
Maybe.
Lady, do you want to come from the northern mountains and know the best path to get there other than randomly teleporting in a direction? Because, you know, one of the things about teleporting is, you know, if you don't know or have been to the location you're going to, you know, you'll end up in a random place. Like he can teleport.
Sure,
And,
I'll come from the northern mountains.
Well,
uh,
here's a thought. Why don't why as part of the stipulation, since this guy's just giving us money, what if the mayor trusts her and part of
mhm.
the stipulation is that she has to travel with us?
Well, that's the thing is, you know, she's a particular guide and she can just speak up and say, you know, I've been
Yeah,
to the
yeah, she's a
mountains.
guy, but she's with the group because the mayor said that she has to come with us as
Well,
our.
the
I thought it was with the group because
yeah, she's
the
with the
teacher.
group. Yeah, because Rook also trained her. You guys knew her from a long way back. No, not personally,
Well,
but you
fair
know, you've
enough.
seen her before. She was one of the other orphans that Rook trained. She's just a little bit younger, so she couldn't go.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. So, anywho, I have to look at this. There it is.
He's already making tea at this hour.
Mm-hmm.
He makes tea at every hour. You just don't
That's
notice.
so true. Amy's probably sleeping by now.
Mm-hmm. But
9 o'clock on
the
the East Coast. Yeah.
so Mr. Mr. Technician, Mr.
Ambrose.
Artificer,
Architect.
Mechanic, Architect, Builder of Things,
Mm-hmm.
Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a charisma roll, please.
Oh, great! My worst roll. There we go. But I still get a flat with it anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
why is it so big?
Excellent. So you got a +1. Remember, you have a proficiency bonus. Are you level 5?
No, I'm only 4, so I don't have a +1. I'm
Okay,
just
so
flat because
17. So, with that, you get a knock on your proverbial magic window,
mm-hmm.
and then you hear a crash as someone throws something through your window, and your window regenerates because that's what happens. And there is a brick with a letter on it.
Oh dear. I go and wipe off the glass.
No, the glass like magically floated up off the brick and re hit the
Oh,
window.
okay, all right, I gotcha. I look at the I look at the brick.
Okay, the
See what I
brick
got.
has a it just has a note tied to it.
I I read the note.
The note, it's like, greetings, greetings, new recruit. The boss heard through the grapevine that you will be traveling to the northern mountains. We have some individuals that are delinquent on some payments that we could really appreciate you gathering for us before your return.
I'm guessing there's information on these individuals and where they are
Yep,
specifically.
they're tied to the brick. They even got well drawn pictures, like, you know,
So even I
not.
can't mess this up.
Yep, not even. But the thing is, like, you can tell different goblins worked on it because they have like stick legs, stick bodies, and you know stick arms, but the heads are like a completely photorealistic drawing.
It's like
Someone
the
just,
one of the
Mhm.
goblins is just a real talent.
Yeah, he's a savant in art, and the others just, you know, it's not a drawing if it doesn't have stick legs or stick arms.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can relate. I probably wouldn't have even taken the job if I didn't see the stick arms and stick legs. That's just
And they're also like, you know, doing things like, you know, one of them's holding a little hammer and there's a rock that they're hitting with it and stuff. You know, normal dwarf things or things goblins
hmm
think dwarves do, like, you know, shaving their women or whatever, you know,
hmm
because, you know, goblins just hear that
That
all
is
dwarves are
just
hairy.
gross.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not for
And
goblin. Not for
not
not
for
for
goblins.
goblins.
And
And I've
did
heard dwarves or goblins.
you figure it out?
No, he went to him.
Well, yes, what we figured out is that she was actually someone that Rook had been training and raised up, but she was younger than all of you guys, and she was unable to go with. So you knew her in passing. She was one of the newer adoptees of Rook.
Okay.
But so her arrival, she's not a complete stranger, but it's kind of like the kid you never talked to in class. You know about him, you don't have anything against him, but you never knew him real personally. But you're not against them being there. And she is actually from the Northern Mountains, and since only one of you can teleport, she can be your guide to the mountains.
Plus, if you've never been there, you're going to have issues.
Yeah, but I'm not doing any of that. Okay.
Sure. I just, me and GOP were talking, and I was
She's
like,
a
wait.
guide,
Yeah,
essentially.
she's a guide.
Oh,
She's gonna help.
there you go. Solution. Thank you.
Yes. That's
Yes.
so we were getting with that long-winded explanation.
Yeah, that would have been quicker.
Sorry. I have been working the last week making these 420 spells and classes. I'm like talking too much. I've been stumbling over my words. My
That's fine.
apologies.
All right, cool. So we're going to do that. Let me
Mhm.
just go over my that higher level teleportation here. Let me just make sure I understood it correctly. Oh yeah, that didn't come from there. That came from the other thing. I have the shift for that. The other one is under the skill. Hold on, let me go do that.
The Elder Studies, where you can move the 15 feet completely unseen or undetected, or you can travel a mile in a direction, but just you, and arrive. But if you've never been there, you might go somewhere
All
random.
right, well then it's all null and void. Then we can't do it. So none of that happened.
Well, you can still get out.
I
You can
can,
go down
but
the
they
main.
can't.
There is a way for them to get out.
Well,
That
hold
was
on.
what the rope was for.
Mm-hmm.
The magical rope.
Yeah, the
And
rope
you
that
said you
Rook.
didn't need it because you could just teleport, but we can't.
Yeah, it's okay. I have it. It's all fine.
Yeah, but
Just let me.
but
Mm-hmm.
I can't even get them to the rope.
Well, I'm getting there. Don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry. I wouldn't bring something up that wasn't prepared for. So, um, the goblins have been working on the path. Remember the path that was flooded?
Yes.
Yes.
So the goblins have been working day and night on that while you guys have been doing all these other things. They've had over a month, and they have actually been able to drain the path and open it back up. So the path there has been reopened as of today.
Oh, okay.
So they have been working on it, and they have actually diverted the water. They've built a cistern underneath. The extra money that you guys have been bringing in to the town from tales of people actually going into these different regions and surviving. More and more recruits are coming, and as a result, they've had an influx and a lot more hands to help them do these different things. Also, goblins breed like freaking rabbits, so there's a lot of new goblin faces that have been working diligently. But that's what I've been doing in the month while you guys are doing these other things is, making a way out.
Plus, wasn't there like a magical item that we ended up missing because we went into the side room to avoid getting it caught swept up in the water?
There is a magical item back there if you guys want to get there, and they have actually blocked up the trap so you won't set it off
Oh, nice.
Okay.
if you want.
Oh, is this one of the items I need?
Yes, it is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I told the group that the dragon was unhappy with the dwarves getting the necromancer's items.
Chester, would you like to make an intelligence roll? I mean, it's
It's-
easy. You would probably know this out of character easily.
Okay. Is there anything skill attached to this, or just straight?
Whatever you'd like to add to it.
Oh, okay.
Everything.
12.
So while this stuff was happening, Dragon was in the temple. He wasn't around you guys, but someone could have easily informed him. But Dragon's never talked about dragons before. Another double
Okay.
entendre. Anyways, moving on.
Conch.
So, Dragon, you are introduced to Lady's character. You remember Lady's character, as I've said. You just knew her in passing. She's going to be your guide, and you are traveling up to the northern mountains. The goblins have been working and actually gotten the way out open, and Rook has a magic rope and an anchor in order to get you out of the place and back into the outside world for a short time. Which is pretty good because now trade can start again that the main entrance has been secured, and anchors and traps that you guys set off have
Well,
been undone.
excuse me, GOP
Mhm.
set
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. GOP did set
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be. You shouldn't be throwing around blame just willy nilly.
I
Well, you're the
will,
one that couldn't go down the hole
and
and
I
insisted
shall.
on it and break the
well,
ladder.
it, what they're saying, GOP, is you are the hot dog down the hallway.
I
Anyways,
Yes.
am.
um, as a result, you guys can take all the time you need. There's no real rush other than, goblin patience to assemble your wares, your food, what you'll need to travel the miles towards the northern mountains. But the goblins will, you don't have to pay for it. The city will provide you what you need.
Oh,
And they will give each one of you a loner item that they have found from one of the crypts, if you wish, to aid you in your journey. As a thank you for helping them, so that they can reopen the mining. Because if they reopen the mining, they can,
Make lots
you know,
of money.
make lots of money. But also, they
Okay.
can reinforce Scopopolis, because they believe that there is a portal to one of the underrealms beneath the mausoleum.
oh, great. Don't need to die either.
So,
Now,
I don't know what I need, but
Um,
if you want food, if you want, rations, water, maybe
two
climbing
elder
equipment.
leaf.
Hmm?
Two. What was it? Elven leaf
iron
or
Elder leaf?
leaf.
iron
Iron
leaf?
leaf,
I
Yes,
yeah.
thought you
iron leaf.
needed 8 to make
No, I
that
need
thing.
6 total.
6 total, and according to calculations, a bit of gold, which
Well, that's
is
fine. But
yeah. So you want 2 iron leaf.
yes, I would like
Uh,
2 iron leaves if we're not going
ma-
to be doing the farming stuff. If we're going to be, pushing the story
well,
forward.
hold on. Make a charisma roll. They may not
Okay.
have it. You may need to go do that. I said you have all the time you want to, prepare.
Fair enough. All right. Just a straight D20.
All right.
Oh,
So, with
19.
the charisma roll, they tell you that they still don't have any iron leaf,
Oh, okay.
but they do know that the path to the forest is open, and for some reason, there was like burn marks on the wall, so they had to go patch that up. Um, but they put a fence down the path now, so it's not as easy for normal people to fall off and cause damage to the structure. Just to help you out. So now, if you go back there to farm, you can jump the fence easily, and other things might hit it. Or if you're doing range combat, you have a barrier to hide behind.
That's nice.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, because I kind of want to get that and the spa done, and then I'd be good to go personally.
Okay, so do you guys want to go and help him, kill some things, and
Sure.
then get going?
I
Sure.
suppose,
Sure.
Are you close to
Pass with
home,
the
Dragon?
actually ask the guy if he thinks that's a good idea.
I mean, we could always stumble across magic items.
yeah. No, I said fine. I have no
Yeah.
idea what Dragon said though.
He said that's a fine idea.
Oh, good. So we go do that. We go farming. A farming we will go, a farming we
Okay,
will
a farming
go.
we will go.
Yeah,
So down the road you go, a farming you will go, and you arrive at the So do you want to go to let GOP go to the spa first, or do you want him want
Well,
Yeah,
to
if
we'll
we
go to the
don't,
spa
We'll go
first
to
he
the
because I've
never
never been to
will.
the
So
spa.
let's go
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
I'll go to the spa.
Yeah, I need to go to the spa too.
Oh yeah, you haven't done it. Yeah, that's right.
I haven't done it yet.
So you all go to the spa, and the witch is there. She is super excited that you got married,
Oh,
and
thank you.
she has a
But you didn't
present
invite.
for you.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
She gives you magic soap.
Magic soap.
Ooh.
Okay.
Her
Mhm.
specialty.
It is a special magic soap, and it causes a warm tingling sensation.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna put in magic soap. And I also tell her that I need a mani pedi.
Okay.
Ooh.
She's like, that'll be fine. She says, for you, that my wedding gift is the soap. It has a second feature, but I'll tell you about that before you leave.
Ooh.
Um, but
Depends on where you clean.
the other people here are very happy to hear that their favorite bartender is now wed to someone who looks better than she does. Orcs have a terrible underbite, and so they will give you your mani pedi for free.
Aw.
And so while that's happening, what stat would you like to boost, lady? What type of massage or manicure pedicure?
Let's see. Stats. Let's see. I got a 10, 16, 16, 10. So maybe I might.
Okay. So what's going to happen is a very strong human man comes out. He's kind of dressed like Hulk Hogan,
Hmm.
and you get to go
Not
to
the
one.
bright yellow. Not the bright.
No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
The
definitely.
bright yellow.
No, no,
the
no.
It's
towel he's wearing is bright
It's
yellow.
definitely
yeah,
bright
it's
yellow. Yes.
bright yellow towel with a black wife beater, and he comes out, and you go through one of the most interesting jazzercises you've ever been to,
Hmm.
and you will get +1 might.
Yeah. You
I do
know,
the same because I need might as well. So.
So,
occasionally I pick my wife up at the jazzercise and
Mhm.
I watch.
mhm.
They look like a
As you
bunch.
should.
They look like a bunch of insects moving about.
They do,
They do.
So if we're
and
going to the spa, before we go to the spa, I want to bring like all the lady lions with me.
okay, all right. So, Dragon brings his entourage of 9 lionesses for the
Oh
beginning
God.
of his pride with him, and
But they're not his pride.
they are now.
When did that happen? I thought he's
Well,
supposed to get all the magical items first.
no, that's to
Yeah.
pay back the dragon.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
That's a
Yeah.
different
Okay.
thing.
It's okay.
He's
All right.
he's
Never
S-
mind.
Sizzle Salacious knew. She knew.
sizzling it.
She
He
took it to her grave with her then.
Yeah, it was his secret. He's been going around. He's been hmm, being
Socializing.
being a male lion, basically. You know,
Yeah.
male lions need at least X number of females, or they just don't know what to do with themselves. So
Don't we all?
he has his harem with him, but unfortunately, unlike the dude that was recently married, lions don't get married. So you're gonna have to pay for all these ladies if you want.
Uh.
Okay.
Okay, they're not terribly expensive. I'll do that roll at the end just for comedic effect. But you will probably have more than enough money, so it's perfectly fine. The ladies are very happy. They're going to go enjoy a number of different amenities, including the bath that you guys helped to create. Um, and who wants to make, well, whoever's getting a manicure or pedicure, which is some of the ladies. Dragon, what are you going to do when you're there? I know you won't get a boost to a stat, but you can get, a well-rested bonus from going there, as well as, potentially
Um.
healing your intestinal parasite.
I have a question.
Yeah, I
Yes.
could do that.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
We built a spa in the Green Salamander. I did.
Yes,
Is that somehow connected to this spa?
it is.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So if you go, you have to come here first as the anchor, but there's a mirror in the spa where
I
you
see.
can look. look at yourself. But there's actually a high level, I think it's a cold or will spell, that you have two mirrors that link to one another. So if you go up to it and basically shift a dial on the side, it turns it to the magic one, and you can walk through it and you're back in your bar.
Wait, we made a magic mirror?
No, the witch did. A
No.
magic
Oh,
mirror
okay.
that links to
Yeah.
his.
This has nothing to do with you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're the
So-
enchanter. It wouldn't be me, it'd be you.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
Well,
there
I
that
mean,
week.
technically, then I am their their sub boss,
Mhm.
kinda.
Kind of, you are. It's kind of like a merger. You know,
Fair
you're the
enough.
manager.
Yeah, I'm like that because I'm nice and friendly. She's not so much.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, no. So what happens is, I mean, they want you to go talk to dwarves. Of course, he has to be nice if he's going to put up with dwarves. So while you're sitting there, anyone who's getting a manicure, pedicure, or just standing around, if Dragon will be in the same area because he wants to get rid of this parasite, and they're like, "Well, we got plenty of different tonics you can try to get rid of that parasite, and since you get free samples, let's see what works." So they put like a glamour ability on you, Dragon, because they're going to have to strip you down. They get you a bucket and they start handing you different tonics, and whichever one makes you void set parasite is the one that worked. None of them are fatal. You're just going to have to make some rolls. So prepare thyself. Anywho, we'll start with Chester, and could you make me a survival roll, sir?
What real? What did I do?
No, you
You
just
have to
make me
survive your mani-pedi.
Oh,
No,
jeez,
well,
that's
survival
rough.
is perception in this game.
It's okay. I can do it.
Mhm.
I can do it.
You
So
think
that's
so?
We believe in you.
How many days
I
has it been since the
average.
last?
What was that,
So,
Dragon?
How many days has it been since the last session in game?
how many days has it been? About 3 days.
3 or 4,
'Cause
yeah.
we had to recover. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what you see at the far off is you see something that you didn't think really existed. You've read about them, but this is a mountain folk. It is a very rare race within the world. It's one of from the last age. Kind of the first age.
Here, getting a
Um,
mani pedi.
he's
Mhm.
actually here getting a chiropractic work done.
Oh, I see.
And he's kind of laying on his back, and it's just weird because he kind of looks like the mix between a stone golem and Thanos.
Oh, I see. Fair
And
enough.
so he's kind
Cracky
of
all over.
rigid, but he has reptilian features, and he's blue. But you do know that these particular races have a can sometimes know special techniques, special secret things that other races do not. You can potentially learn secret skills from these
Oh,
guys.
I see. You want me to make a roll high. I get it. Okay.
Mhm.
Or you could, direct it to one of your friends if they wanted to potentially talk to this guy.
Oh, no, 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 no. I just screw them. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like always.
Yeah. I start chatting to him while he's getting chiropractic work, and I'm getting in the middle of the pedicure, and I start. I'm assuming that that would be in elder studies or something like that, right?
He can speak to you in the elder tongue of the giants.
Oh, well, we have a conversation then.
Okay.
And I'm just talking about this or that and seeing if I can glean any information, of course. It starts out normal, normal.
Kind of normal. He's gonna, he's not the most charismatic, but he'll talk back, very civilly.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. And I start upping the ante with my questions about elder knowledge and things like that. And
Mhm.
it's better. It's getting more interesting.
He will, raise an eyebrow and he kind of smirks and he asks what your capacity in the Elder Studies is because, he is also rank 5 in the Elder Studies.
Oh, very nice. Well, then I share my equivalent superiority with him.
He will,
Don't look
The
at that.
talking geek, Ryan. Don't worry about it.
he will also, reflect and inform you that he has picked up some other interesting knowledge throughout his existence.
Oh, I have too. And I give a glib proverb in Old Elvish.
Oh, all right.
I'll
All
be back
right.
in a few minutes, guys.
It's
Okay.
going to take that long.
So he will respond that he has been to the portal beneath the dungeon.
Ooh, the locals are quite interested in that, and then I press my advantage.
All right. He will look at you and he'll nod and it's like, so young one, um what what do you want to learn? All races try to ask us for some type of information. What is it that you want?
Hmm. Well, I did
And
just
you
roll
can,
my savant ability, by the way.
yes,
My savant ability just triggered.
it does.
Um, what do I want? I'm not
You have
really digging after anything particularly. I just am,
you
always
have
available
gained
for knowledge. Yeah.
you have gained skills, rank 0 knowledge earth and rank 0 mining
Okay. Very good.
from your savant ability. He says that he does have some secret knowledge, but mums the word on that. But you can talk to his wife about it. She knows quite a lot about it.
I
And
see.
there's a woman that's much smaller than he is, and she is red as blood. And she, kind of raises her head and looks at you. Looks at him and just kind of like frowns, you know.
That happens a
And
lot.
Why are you talking
and
about me, right?
yeah, one of those like, why are you talking to me? She's how do I put it? It's kind of like if you have a shape. Okay, so think of a guy like me or guy like yourself. You're the perfect example, Chester. If you have like a very tall Norwegian man and he has a shapely Asian wife who's like
Yeah. Yeah.
almost seems
I
like
get
she's
it.
half his size.
Yeah.
Same thing. Um, but she being blood red, you know that there aren't any species directly that are blood red. Um, she is definitely a seductress.
No,
This world's
I
equivalent.
assume she ate a mushroom. Um,
Hmm.
okay. Now you said mining and what?
Mining and earth studies,
Earth.
Okay.
or knowledge earth, basically.
I get it.
So the only way that that would be possible is that he has infernal studies, because one of the things you can do is you can get a temptress as either your master, which is this is obviously not the case, or a business partner. But he gives her the business.
I see. Very good. Well, I didn't know that. I have that as well. So hidden knowledge. So I can basically make a deal with a demon, is what you're saying.
What you're saying is like you. I don't think you have elder studies, not infernal studies. It's a different
Oh,
skill,
I
but
see. I see. Oh, yeah, I see.
you can talk to her to train you in infernal studies if you wanted.
Oh no, that sounds like a good idea.
Mhm. And so that's he says, for proper compensation, he would be willing to agree on a deal. And she's just kind of looking at him the whole time as he's speaking for her, and she just kind of shakes her head, puts like the blindfold back on, and continues with her facial care treatment.
Sure. So how much?
He says, this won't be you don't have to. It's not coin amongst such distinguished gentlemen. It will be acts of kindness, We do acts of kindness training you, and you reciprocate at a later time.
I'm
You're a
back.
trustworthy man if you're willing to talk about such things openly, not knowing who else might be listening. That takes a lot of gumption, and because of that, he trusts you to honor your word.
Okay.
So basically, he'll train you based on favors.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I'm naive, so perfect.
I don't know what's going on, but that's okay.
That is
Okay,
okay.
so um, he says, training can begin at any particular point that you want. She is currently busy at the moment, but
Sure. No, I
yeah.
get it. Well, I'll have to deal with that after I get back, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
All
yep.
right.
So the result being pretty useful.
Everyone do all their
Yep,
spa stuff.
everyone's doing their jazzercise and spa stuff. And so after all the spa is done, anyone who's been there for the very first time gets a +1 to the stat they chose. Dragon, the man of the hour. Dragon, I need you to make me a series of rolls. You got 5 potions. You want the black one, the red one, the purple one, the green one, or the orange one?
Yes.
Yes.
I asked the eye, what does he think of them?
You just hear.
A chuckle.
Yeah, the eye doesn't work in here, don't you remember?
Yep, the eye does not work in here.
I asked it if any of my ladies, if they have any knowledge of potions.
One of them raises her hand. You drink them, but she's getting a pedicure, so the goblin that was doing it, hey, hands down here.
Help.
Yes, but does she know what the potions are?
Nope. But I know that none of them will kill you. That's because you see the yellow on the top, that means they're safe to drink.
Aw.
Also, that is the proper dose. Do not drink any more, or they could be fatal. That's what the red cap means.
Yeah, you know. The more you know.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
which one
so
you
here's
drinking?
one of them.
Pick a color, any color.
The black one.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So also there's a white one, by the way. There's a white potion. So you take the black potion and you drink it, and this is straight licorice extract.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Oh,
you drink it, and it's like, make a might roll to keep this down.
The white one was vanilla bean.
Yeah, you
Probably.
missed out. Missed out.
Yeah.
So pure licorice extract. I'll make a might roll for you. Oh, he's actually able to do it. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's everywhere. He's just like, "Ooh." But fortunately, let me make my reflex to see if the person helping you.
Got covered. No, they
No,
didn't.
with her 20 reflex, she actually takes the bucket, kicks it up with her foot, and she's human, and basically stuffs it over his face like a muzzle as he, and then sets it back down. She's done this plenty of times
That's
before.
why
Oh,
they're
that's,
professionals.
yeah. Well, it's not that one. Try a different one.
Does anything happen at
the
all?
white one.
There are things floating in it, but unless you want to look in the bucket,
Ew. Do it.
it doesn't
No.
it
No.
doesn't
Do it.
cure the intestinal parasite. But make me a resistance roll, dragon, which is 1d20 plus your might. And +1 if you have proficiency.
11 might is a +1 now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
11
You
and
know,
12 is +1. That's the
if
only
you
instance where that
Oh,
happens.
oh yeah,
13.
I forgot about the plus. Oh yeah, I forgot about the +1 the last roll.
Yeah, every five levels you get a +1 to all your rolls. So you begin feeling better. You're not sure, but you feel like whatever this was and whatever it did has suppressed your pneumonia that you have.
Nice. Nice. One thing at a time. I'm talking to
One
a
thing.
succubi, just so you know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So which potion are you trying now, Dragon?
The green one.
The green one. Excellent. All right. You open it up, chug that sucker. So make a might roll because this one is an interesting concoction of it is actually a magic potion and it has all right. You keep this one down, but it is mostly lime juice. Whenever you drink it, it basically tastes like a margarita minus the alcohol, is lime juice and salt. You are very well hydrated now. The hydration
Good job.
potion is worked. Nothing really changes, but you're well hydrated, so it'll prepare you for all the pooping you're going to do. Which potion are you trying now?
The yellow one.
You got the yellow one. No, there wasn't a yellow. It was white, orange. You still have white, orange,
Purple.
purple.
You should drink them all at the
Orange.
same time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
You know, actually, I mean, you said what kind of parasite is it?
It's an intestinal parasite.
Intestinal? Well, I mean, there's probably a more efficient way to make sure that works.
There's children here. Okay. So
Okay, I'm just saying.
And a
I'm
preacher.
just saying. From a medical, no, I don't have one. I don't have one level of medicine yet.
yeah,
Never
you don't
mind.
know anything about no medicine.
Yep, I
so-
don't. I can't make suggestions. But if I could,
So you're gonna try the orange one, Dragon?
Yeah.
It is orange juice. You feel better. It is very tasty.
Orange juice does kill parasites. Vitamin C.
It does potentially kill parasites. Make a resistance roll for me.
resistance to orange juice. I think I have that in my character sheet.
All right. So with a 13, your gut feels kind of queasy. Ugh.
This is good. This is good.
Ugh. So you have two potions left. You have a purple one and you have a white one.
I didn't really drunk the white one. I don't know the purple one.
Oh no, you haven't drank the white one
19.
yet. But you want 19. So you're gonna drink the purple one.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Yeah.
pure prune juice.
Nice.
Here it
That'll-
comes.
It is prune juice with garlic extract mixed into it. This
What the bucket is
the
really
most-
for.
This is the most horrible thing you have ever tasted in your entire life. You go grabbing for the white one just so that you could taste something different than this terrible stuff. Because it's a coming. It's working. So roll a d4 for me, Dragon.
I'm glad
It's
I'm in a
coming.
different
Good.
room.
Yeah, how many hours you're gonna be on the?
I'm in the bath now.
Yeah. All right, so in one round, this is all coming out the back of you like
Oh,
like the
God.
Incredible Hulk. Anyways,
Oh, power poop.
Top notch
Okay.
YouTube content, people.
it's okay. Top
What we have
notch.
going on.
It's okay. This is Dragon's moment. So
Dragon's woman.
are you going to drink the white one just to like get the taste of prune and garlic out of your mouth?
Yeah,
I
so
know.
grab it while running to the bathroom.
Okay, excellent. Well, it's paint thinner, so you spin it out.
What? Why?
It was mislabeled. It's paint thinner. But your mouth doesn't taste like garlic and prune juice. It tastes like paint thinner. Anyways,
What does paint
it's
thinner
chalk.
taste like?
Paint thinner is basically it's a milky chalk. It's a
Okay,
powerful
milky chalk.
paste.
Somebody needs to remove somebody's medical license here because
Yes.
I feel
they're-
like
I agree.
So, you hear lion roars coming from somewhere in the building. You're not sure where it is, but it sounds awful, whatever it is. So everyone gets done with what they need to do, except for Dragon. Dragon's ladies get done, and they are, they are going to go to the spa. They go to the bath. They talk to Lady for a while, and then everyone leaves. Dragon drags himself out. He's still glamored. They put his clothes back on him, and he's walking funny, but he is free of intestinal parasites.
Yay! You've had that for how long?
Clothes. I don't wear clothes. I just wear my armor.
Yeah, well, they put your armor back on. So it's time to get fighting. So you guys go to a part of the path. The lionesses are going to go through the mirror back to the bar because they don't want to be any part of this battle. So who's going to walk off the path first? Who's the bait?
GOP.
Not me this time. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope. Nope.
well, your character can fly though. But I'll do it. I will step off the path.
Okay, how far are you going?
I mean, you might as well just start as close to here as as close to the path as possible. Why not? No need to go out further until we see what happens.
Okay, so I'm going to make my attack on you. See here.
And any big
Nice.
T-Rex comes up, I'm
He's like,
hiding.
I remember you.
Does a 16 hit your range defense?
Oh, range, yeah.
It does?
I've been
You are
digested.
hit with a turd.
Oh, I hate
The
these guys.
monkey.
The monkeys!
Ah, boy.
So you will get a -1 to your rolls for getting hit as you get hit with poo. No
Can
damage.
we all just blast them as quickly as possible since this
Just
is just going to be
okay. GOP, roll your attack.
oh boy. All right.
I love
D20.
the drop in GOP. Just like, damn it,
Ugh.
I forgot about these.
That's a miss, but everyone else get your attacks.
Okay, Chester, you gonna attack the monkeys?
I don't know. I kind of feel a synergy with the monkeys.
Okay, well you don't have to attack.
Oh wait,
the
I get
monkeys.
2 attacks. That's right. I forgot. I get my
Yeah.
second blast.
You get your second blast.
Okay. 14.
They are in the tree, so that will miss.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to do your thing? Do it.
Is there like anything like a cone, pine cone or something hanging over their head?
You could try to shoot the branch they're sitting on.
Oh, that won't scare them. I figured have a pine cone hit one of their heads and won't do damage, but
You know what else
distract them.
Would scare them? Getting hit with an arrow.
Well, halberd is considered an axe, and it's long, so
Yes, swing at
I
the
want
tree
axe
branch.
to come down.
All right, make
Fine.
your attack roll. Make your attack roll, dragon. I believe in you. Chop that branch. Send them monkeys tumbling.
Mr. Purple. Oh yeah, my guy.
Woo! So the branch comes falling down. Chester hits him with a 2d4, get screwed, and blasts them. And so you see these two monkeys falling out of the tree with their wooden masks of happy monkey faces, and then it's like a shot put. He cuts them down as they're falling. They get hit with this blast and disappear into the woods. All right,
Yay!
Well, that's a
who's
bad
going?
19,
See, I
Yep.
helped
which
you
is
with my magic
I-
missile.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So who's going off the path?
I'm already off. I might
Yeah.
as well step out a little further.
Okay, let's roll.
Did I kill the monkey when it fell out the tree?
No. All right, so
Well,
you've gone out a bit further. GOP, you are
Mhm.
face to face with a stump.
Is it?
how
Is it
much
a?
money? How much damage does the monkey take?
The monkeys wouldn't take damage.
They ran off.
Yeah, they ran off. When you hit the branch, because you couldn't reach the monkeys, the branch was like 20 feet up. You basically just jumped and swung, cut the branch, and then he hit him with the blast and knocked him away, knocked him out of combat.
Just in case
critical-
this is
Was allowed you to basically hit the branch without landing on the ground and summoning more stuff. Because you're a cat and awesome like that.
Okay, so you rolled a 4.
Yep, there's a stump in front of you, or what looks like a stump.
I'm going to. Well, I'm sure I'm not like right in melee with it, am I?
No. But every few seconds you think the stump gets a little bit closer.
I'm gonna blast it at a distance.
Oh.
Just to see what happens.
All right, blast it. Roll your blast check. Beat a 10. It's some stationary object.
I get 2, so I'm gonna do another one.
All right.
Damn you.
I'm
I miss. I cannot hit a stump in the ground.
Okay,
I rolled a
Kelty,
19.
you
I
have
rolled a
hit
19.
the stump
Yes.
in the ground. Roll your damage. 1d8. Do you have what level of bow do you have?
First level, just a regular bow.
I mean like the skill archery.
Oh, that's 3.
All right, so you get to add your reflex bonus to the damage. So
Okay, so that's
1d8
gonna
plus 3.
be plus 3. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Are you level? You're level 4, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, so next level you get a +1.
10.
Boom! So you hit this and you hear a like it hits wood, but it splits. And as the wood splits, you see this mass of writhing tentacles as a land octopus. You have broken its hiding place, and it is quite upset. So,
Hmm.
um,
Good
I
thing I'm
don't
over
think this.
here on the road.
Yep, I don't think this thing's going to last very long, but we can roll an initiative anyways if you want. So everybody roll initiative.
Okay. Man, I'm rolling crap.
Woohoo!
I would
So
assume you would have a plus to your initiative, lady.
she has a +3 from her reflex, so she had a 14. So first, octopus is first so far. Dragon, Chester,
Yeah.
Yeah. Rolling.
initiatives,
Roll the
please.
attack.
Yeah, well the octopus.
Okay.
Okay, so Chester's going to go first as usual.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Animal than me.
Okay, so dragon goes last as usual.
Normally it's me.
Yeah, normally it's you, but dragon. There's a good reason why dragon's going last in initiative. His butt hurts. So
It's
what
raw.
happened? Well, what happens is the octopus, whenever you break its hiding place, it gets a non-damaging attack at the closest thing to it, which is GOP, not a damaging attack. It's spraying ink at you.
Okay.
It misses. So then the ink splatters all on the ground. And it hits the fence, and it hits the path, and it looks rather sticky and gross. So, Chester, you're up. There's a land octopus. Okay, so you blast the land octopus for 7
I'm
damage.
peeking over
Mhm.
over the fence like Kilroy.
Mhm. That's
Mm.
that's funny. That's funny. You could swear that as the octopus moves, you hear a clacking sound. Um, make a survival roll for me, Chester.
Oh, I have that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
For noticing.
For noticing.
Oh,
You see, as
Oh.
you're peering over the fence, that the reason there's a clacking sound as the octopus moves is two of its tentacles at the back have two halves of a coconut and banging them together.
oh, that's as you should. As you should.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At least they're busy doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's basically narrating its movement. You hit it, though, and it looks rather upset. The octopus thinks that the big metal man in front of him. Are you
Oh,
are you going to
yeah,
hit him with the
baby.
shield?
No. I'm doing my savant thing you told me to do. If I
Oh,
roll a
yes.
second time, I level it up.
Ah,
Do,
yes, true, true,
do,
true.
do, do, do.
So
I
you
don't know
gain
why I need
a
level 2 survival, but I got it.
Yep, you do. You have level 2 survival. Now that will apply to the base skills, so you got it. You did it. So as a result, now the octopus goes next and thinks that GOP is the one who's wronged him, and he clacks
Mm-hmm.
his coconuts together very quickly as he's going to give GOP the business.
Why couldn't I have done
Okay.
that on something more important than survival?
I don't know, but how fast is this guy? Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. He he kind of rockets off the ground towards you and misses horribly. That brings us to Kelton.
Me. Another
You know
arrow.
what that was,
Okay.
GOP? That was the universe laughing at me, is what that was.
Mm, that's
Mhm.
okay. We've all been
I
there.
laughed pretty hard.
You know,
It's a 24 and a 25 to level up.
Nope.
The arrow goes over the octopus It is unaware. GOP?
Does she have that multi-arrow
He
feature or
does.
no?
Nope,
No,
that
that
was
was
the
the
other
bow
character.
that got eaten.
Oh, that was specifically her special
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
I
her
gotcha.
special bow that got eaten.
Okay, well, if he can catch me anyways, I guess I'll just do my melee. Is probably gonna do more, or have more bonuses and do more damage. So,
Yeah. Just smash.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me just pull up my abilities. There we go. Plus, so it'll only be a +5 and +3. Okay, 20 +5. I am in melee with it now. 16.
You bonk this thing. Roll your bonk damage.
Okay, and that is gonna be a D8 minimum of 5 +4. Okay. So D8 plus, oh no, +3 because I have the ink, or I have the poo.
Yeah, the -1.
Oh well, there you go. It's 10 points of damage.
All right, so you've dealt 10 points of damage to this thing. This thing does not look happy. It looks rather injured. Dragon, you're walking funny, but it doesn't mean you're funny walking. What are you going to do?
Well, hit the closest enemy target to me.
It is. It's the only enemy target.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, you can always
so
attack the ink on the path.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Let's see.
Make a survival roll.
Okay, what's my survival? So that's just a D20
Plus your
plus
survival.
intelligence.
Yep. Plus
My
intelligence.
survival?
Yeah, survival. Intelligence plus
Okay, what is
survival.
my survival? Okay, so that's a 1 and a 1, and plus 1 for my levels. Total of plus 3.
+3. Let's go. Yay.
Oh wait. Nice.
The ink twitches.
Oh, that's right. The ink
The
is on the
heck?
road, right?
Ink is on the road.
Why is the ink twitching?
If it was a monster, though, it wouldn't be able to get past the fence.
Yep, it's not a monster from the grove. It's that the ink is twitching,
Okay.
and you know that stuff from the woods can't be on the path directly. Like the T-Rex, its tail and things can swing over it. It just can't go onto the path. So quickly the ink twitches and basically violently sprays off of the path back, into the grass because it can't be there. Even inanimate material can't stay on the path for very long.
Fair enough.
Okay.
You know what that
So
is,
can I
don't you?
bonk? Yes. So can I bonk the monster?
Yeah, you can go try to bonk the monster.
Oh wait.
Oh, am I forgetting anything to my rolls? Let's see.
You haven't
3
been
for
hit with-
my. Okay. Let's see, how many is this? Okay, so. Wrong. Oh, no, that's not my kiddo sheet. So 3 for might.
Uh-huh.
I have an axe rate of 30.
Well, the axe work doesn't add to it.
It's
axe
whatever
Okay,
you're.
so
There's a number associated with whatever item you're using.
He has a halberd.
So I think
Oh,
it's
yeah, that's
either a
right.
+2 or
So
+3. I forget.
halberd is 2.
I think
So
it's
3 for
+2.
might, 2 for the halberd,
Yep.
2 for my and 1 for the level. So plus
Yep.
8.
+8. All right, so you bonk the brakes off of this thing, and you critical. So roll your 2d8 plus what? +3. 2d8 +3. 16. All right, so the octopus looks very dead as you have smushed it.
Aw.
Ooh. Well, I build a fire and start cooking it.
No.
All right. Well,
Stop
no.
that.
You got
Stop
that bug
that. You
last
just got him out
time.
of you. What the hell's wrong with you?
Uh-huh.
Well,
I'm
hold on a
thinking of
second.
how.
Cooking it to kill the parasites.
Yes.
Excellent. So this is what happens. Dragon, I'm not going to stop you. You step off the path and collect the corpse and start cooking it. Being off the path, let me see here. Let me roll my attack on you as you've summoned the next thing from stepping off the path. Excellent. I like it. Let me see here.
What happened to
since
the
I-
ink?
Bonk. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, the ink evaporated upon the death of the octopus. It was just ink.
Okay.
So what happens is Dragon is cooking this stuff up. He's not going to get parasites again, dadgummit, but what he is going to get a club to the face. So he is critical as this large club comes careening out from the woods as you see this puff of leaves and smoke as the next thing is effectively summoned to fight. And he will take
A million
16 points of damage.
Oh, I was way off.
Okay, good thing I have good thing I ranked up invasion.
Yes, you did. Do you want to take half damage from this?
Yes.
Okay, so you only take 8 damage instead. You are hit by what looks like a forest troll. It has armor, it has a helmet, and there are about 4 goblins in tiki masks with bows.
Say that again?
There are 4 little goblins with tiki masks.
Okay.
And a forest troll.
Oh, the
goblins
troll. The
are-
troll is what did the damage.
Yeah, the
I'm
troll's what did the damage.
so initiative, right? I'm contemplating whether I should help or if I should put up the cardboard Kilroy version of me that constantly shouts encouragement.
That
to
does
you.
sound like a good idea.
You know.
Woo! I'm going first, baby.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 9.
Oh,
Well, the troll is going first.
assumptions.
With a natural 20, I'm going. Well, you
I
want?
am going last.
Let me roll for the goblins. Oh,
Oh,
Chester
That's-
almost got it.
oh,
Almost.
oh, no. I definitely go first. I'm higher.
No,
No,
the
no.
troll got a natural 20.
That's right.
I'm
Well,
going-
here
That's not how
I'll
this
make
game
it.
works.
I'll make a deal with you. I'll make a deal.
Okay, deal. Well, so what you
The
got?
troll can hit whatever you want, but me first.
All right, I'll take
Deal.
that.
See,
I'll
that's
take
a
that
deal. We made a deal. See,
Wow.
that's how you do.
Okay.
Nah, just kidding.
How you do?
Okay, so that's how you do. I mean, GOP, you work for the Goblin Mafia. You know,
You
you
do.
should know
You
about
got to be a
this.
little bit more mafia-like.
So anyway, so we
Got
got
my
Wrong
friend
character
Tony
for
over
that.
here. He'll do anything
Yeah.
for pizza.
Anthony, my main man.
so you got the troll, we got Chester, we got Celtic, the goblins, Maximus, and GOP. So first, the troll, seeing that Maximus is right there, is going to try to clobber him again. So
Probably thinks he can scan him for fur. I don't think
and
he
he
is.
misses. But the troll has rolled poorly. Something seems to shift. Now it goes to Chester. Chester, are you going to cardboard cutout encourage, or are you going to bonk?
It's a tough choice. It is. But what
Just
I'm
the
going to
sweet trade.
do, and I'm going to be helpful. I've decided.
Okay.
So so that I don't trigger stepping on the lawn effect, I'm going to shift to the troll.
All right. So you just and you are at the troll.
And
You
I'm
are
going to
currently
whack-a-late him.
Okay, so I'm saying that you're actually standing in the puddle of ink left by the octopus, which is technically not on the grass, it's on the ink.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I would assuming that I'm not, because I don't enter, I'm not triggering that effect. But you can do
Yeah,
whatever
you're
you
not.
want, of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not triggering the effect. I mean, I'm wondering if appearing on the grass, yeah, if you appear, it wouldn't happen. I'm trying to work through how the magic works.
Okay. I rail
Excellent.
in. I'm pretty sure that's a crit with the sword.
It is.
Okay. And then of course I fist punch with my shield
All right, roll a
on the
fist
back
punch.
on the back side of that. So that would be a 5 now. Nice.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Someone just Kilroy flexed. Flex. Okay. So let me do my damage here.
So so this is going to be from your main hit. What's your might modifier?
My might modifier is +3.
So you'll
no,
do
sorry,
2D
plus the +3. Yeah.
and then +1 from your proficiency for being level 5. So 2d8 plus 4, and then the shield will do 2d6 plus 3.
Right, I got all that. So
A lot of damage.
19.
19 points of damage as you just like
And I
wham wham.
I kind of do a cartwheel and I'm spinning everything at the same time. And I'm like, haha! I land, I stick the landing, all Tom Cruise height of me.
Oh, that's
Ah!
amazing.
Yeah.
And since you're an elf, you can do that without any rolls. You just automatically do it.
Right. The agility. Yeah. But no, I'm
Yeah.
about Tom Cruise height.
Okay.
It was pretty big
Excellent.
for a
So you like
dwarf.
the
You're an elf.
I am. I
said
climb
dwarf.
my woman. Thank you very much.
here. Yep, you
Yeah.
are welcome. So now it
Now,
will go.
lady.
Lady is next,
Okay.
and then the goblins.
Okay, the goblins. They got masks on.
They got tiki masks.
Tiki mask. We've lived with goblins, right?
Yeah, these are different goblins. These
Oh,
are
I'm sorry.
This
That
is
should have
more
been
feral.
that should have been 20. That should have been 22 damage. I apologize.
okay. That's okay. I'll add it in.
Yeah, whichever one's closest to the guys, I'll shoot at that one.
Okay, well, all four of them are, in the trees, so the closest one is the one on the left. Roll your attack. Now they are
Okay.
they will have a cover bonus, so they are harder to hit.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
16.
you have hit
Almost
him.
natural 20.
Almost. I saw it.
I like this
You
purple
hit the
dye. It's
goblin.
cool.
It is. So 1d8 plus 3, please, as you have hit the gaboni.
And these are all leaf versions of the things, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
They may not necessarily, drop Iron Leaf themselves, but they are leaf
That's the
constructs.
magic of this place. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
That's the magic of the place. Like, if something has to have meat, it's made of clay.
Right, I get it. Yeah, it's the magic of this spot.
Yeah.
So their
11
weapons
damage.
don't have any iron leaf on them?
These don't have any on. No.
Ah. All right.
Sorry, buddy.
This is Saturday morning cartoon friendly.
Yeah, this is Saturday morning cartoon friendly because I don't want to get canceled.
That's
so,
right.
Not yet. So we haven't got to the succubus talk yet. That'll get canceled.
That's
Anyways,
true.
Oh, that's later.
That's
More of a
later. So
man
we have
thing.
11 damage on this guy. Good job. Good job. So one goblin just gets thacked, and you just see like you just hear. He's not dead yet, but he doesn't look good. He look pretty. He look pretty bad actually.
Won't be firing, in other words.
Oh no, he'll be firing. He's taken a good amount of damage for the low amount of health that he had.
So he's almost done.
He's at half health. So anywho,
I have an idea for an addition to your game. I say if they take half damage to begin with, they can't attack the next round.
No.
Or that round. No, why not?
Yeah.
Well, because that can be used against us.
That's right. Yeah.
And I have spells in the game as well as enemies like the T-Rex that can do half your health in a single whack. Let's see.
I know. I'm familiar with that guy.
He's the best boy. The giant clay T-Rex.
Damn it.
So does a 14 hit your range defense, GOP?
Yes, it does.
All right. So since these are small creatures, they're a size group less, so they won't do as much damage. So let's see. But they do have their archery skill. 7 damage.
Nice.
The next one's gonna shoot at you, GOP.
All right.
Does a 13 hit you?
My range defense is 13 on the dot.
All right, so I have hit you. I'm big sweaty. 7 more damage.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, we ain't leaving for a few days. Good. I can talk to the succubus lady.
Oh, cool.
That's not at you. That's at Dragon.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
The dragon is shot in the chest for 11 damage.
Damn.
And the last goblin.
I thought they'd shoot him in the.
I'm gonna have to drag you guys out of
already
here
hurt
again, aren't I?
So the last goblin misses. So now it goes to Dragon. You just got hit with an arrow and you're not happy. You got hit for 11 damage. Your turn, Dragon.
I will ask the question.
All right, so go out there and ask it a question. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Let's see. So
Da-da-da-da. Oh, I'm loving it. Thank you, Dragon. You're one of my best players.
Okay, so
Always.
3 for Mike, 2 for that.
How did
Okay, so 8.
King Louis say? Always like that one.
Always like that one. Yeah.
That's a miss.
Still green.
If you're swinging, are you swinging at the troll or a goblin?
The goblin.
All right, that's a miss. You hit the tree though, and the goblins are a little bit spooked, but they are not harmed. So as you run up to hit the goblins in the tree, you look up at the tree, and like 1, 2. There were 4 goblins before, but now there's 5. Why'd that happen? Anyways, so now we go to GOP.
Okay, well, this seems like it's possible. Well, I mean, because our whole thing is we're supposed to kite back to the back to behind the fence to the thing where they can't melee us.
Yep.
So I'm going to pull back a bit, but I'm still going to fire my ranged attacks. You said one of the goblins fell out of the trees on the ground, right?
No, one of the goblins has been hit with an arrow. He has not fallen out of the tree.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's
I'm
got
gonna.
an arrow sticking in him.
Fair enough, and he was kind of low. I'm gonna use my ranged attack
Okay.
on him. So
Now, he did lose his cover bonus because he was hit with the arrow.
okay, well that's essentially what I was asking.
Yep. He just didn't fall out.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, second shot. Oh, it's still crap. Well, I'm behind the fence now at least.
You're like Mega
I
Man.
can't-
No.
You're over here
I don't
behind
know.
the
I have
fence
the
with me,
worst
huh?
luck. I'm using a different dice next time. It's
Okay.
that dice. I'm blaming it on that. Clearly,
Okay.
it is the
I
dice I
feel-
was using.
I feel bad as a GM. It's like, oh man, GOP ain't
Because-
got no agency.
No, just it sucks. So well, it is what it is. That was my turn.
So at the top, the troll. Let me see. The troll just got dabbed on by an elf. He doesn't like that, so he's gonna try to bonk him.
Bonk, 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 bonk. Miss. Oh, no, 19.
That's
19 does
that's
hit him.
exactly what he needed. Yeah.
Exactly what he needed. Let me see here. I gotta do his calculation because I'm not sure if that.
I don't think that's
Yes,
a crit with a club. Or is
with
it?
well, he has an 18, so yes, 12 up does critical.
There you go.
So that's
Ouch.
plus. I mean, it's not that bad. It's only 14 damage.
No, it's
and he
only
has an
4.
absorb shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the shield absorbs 10 and he only takes 4. But
no. This is Elder Studies. I only take 4 points of damage on the first attack.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
on the
round.
first round.
Yeah.
First round.
Yeah.
In the first round of combat, you only take 4 damage. So what you see for a split second is he hits, expecting to hit with all this force, and there's just this big purple hand that catches it, and you only take the 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Now he'll start taking normal damage, but it's your turn, so you'll probably kill him before he gets another chance.
Let's hope.
I'm like, oh really?
Oh, yeah. Stop with the ego already.
17.
Miss.
Really? All right.
Ooh,
He
against
swings
them.
and he catches your weapon for a second, but you twist it out of his hand before he could do anything. Natural 20, baby, with the shield. You got
I
him.
don't think that's a miss.
That's
it's
definitely not
never
a match. So let's see. That's plus 5. All right.
I specifically put it in the rules that if you natural 20, it's always a hit and always a crit.
That's 9 points of damage to him.
9 points of damage. Now, the crit part can be modified by abilities, but the hit cannot. So, if you ever roll a natural 20, you always hit.
Okay.
So, let me see here. Let me change because I did the math in my head instead of that. What? No. Okay. I was like, no. Wait. That's too much damage. Hold on a second. Okay.
9 is
so
9.
there we go. Well, yeah.
I'm being stupid. I forgot to apply my stuff. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So after you hit him, it goes down to Lady.
And he takes.
I am going to hit the creature that he's hitting.
Lady, hold on. He takes 3 points of damage automatically.
Yep, that's true. So good job, Lady. You're going for the ogre or the orc. Troll.
The guy that Chester's on.
Yeah, I'll be back
the big
in a minute.
Yes, sir. So you hit him, and that is a critical. So roll your 2d8 plus 3.
Come on, don't do that. 8.
Okay, let me see something real fast. Let me roll this. 7. Let's see here. What did just? Okay, so what happens is, lady, um, as you shoot at this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The arrow soars through the air and, kind of hits him, and you see him violently shake.
What?
And the arrow ricochets off to the side.
What the blue place?
Critical hit. Dang. All right.
Well, remember, a natural 20 is the only one that's a guaranteed critical thing.
That's true.
So,
So he had natural skill, I guess. I don't know.
All
he
good.
you have something that you have triggered something that he has, which is good to know, because it'll, you've gotten rid of it for the future, so to speak. So, anyways, you did damage to him. I've calculated what you did to him. So there we go.
1 point.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
All
See,
right.
So now it's going to go from Lady, it goes to the goblins. So the goblins see that Lady has hit them with an arrow, so he's not happy about that. He's going to shoot at Lady.
Oh,
With a natural 20.
miss, I'm behind cover.
He
I don't think that's how
knows.
that works.
Yes, I am. I'm
That
a-
works.
Not with a natural 20.
Not with a natural 20, if not.
I didn't see an after 20.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan, you're gonna kill me again.
Yeah, for 17 points of
Oh,
damage.
boy.
Oh, no, sorry. I have to re-roll because he doesn't use a D8. He uses D6s. He's small. Don't worry. 9, not 17. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
Yeah, just 9 points of damage. As you're kind of like crouching behind there, you kind of look, and he lands an arrow, and it bounces off your head. The arrowhead is actually,
Ow.
yeah, it's not actually strong enough to pierce your skull, but it does ricochet off it, and that hurts. The next
Probably
comes,
splits my feathers to where I have a part now.
yes, but it is
Yeah.
very stylish, and the goblin thinks it's stylish, so the next one's going to shoot at you too, lady. With a 21. You are hiding behind the cover. What's your range defense, lady?
I have no idea what my range defense is. Remember,
What
it's a
armor
new
are you
kick.
wearing?
Studded leather.
So
Well, your range defense is based off of your reflex, right? Your
Yep. So she
armor's
has a
melee.
plus. Well, studded leather gives a +1 to both. So she
okay.
has 11 plus 3, so she has 14. She's behind cover, which is a +4, so she has an 18 range defense. So I have hit you. 18 range defense is pretty good, but I did hit you. That is not a critical because the goblins are not that awesome.
Okay, and what is my melee defense then?
Your melee
Right.
defense
I can
is
Your
So I can write
armor.
it down.
it's just armor plus your it's 10 plus armor.
Yeah.
So it's 11, but you're behind cover, so it's 15 right now.
So 11. Okay.
So you just took another 7 points of damage.
My lady gets hit for 7. Now GOP is getting shot at.
I am behind cover.
That'll miss.
That would have hit, but I am behind cover. So
Yep, you have your. Are you partially, like, are you standing behind it, or are you crouched behind it?
I mean, if I can just stand up when I want to attack, so I'll be crouched. It doesn't.
Okay, so now the next attack against GOP.
That just hits me.
Yep, it
Because
does
17 is my my range. Yeah.
5 damage.
5 damage.
And the
All
last
right.
one is going after Dragon.
26.
Misses horribly. So
All
now
right.
it goes to Dragon. Maximus. There's still 5 goblins.
Gee. Okay.
Kill these little clay things.
There's
I'm
5 goblins and
trying,
there's
I'm
the big guy.
trying.
God.
13
That will miss.
Oh no.
Uh.
Okay, my turn.
All right, your
Yay.
turn, GOP. Shoot at these goblins or the
I'm gonna shoot at the
troll.
big guy because we need to get rid of something.
Okay, get rid of the
And-
troll.
Yeah.
Try to get
Okay.
rid of the troll.
'Cause I only have a
Come on,
plus
Mega
one.
Man. You got this.
Yeah.
Come on, Mega Man.
All right, I only have a plus one with this, so hopefully, no, I keep rolling twos.
Oh,
I keep rolling two. Oh, thank you.
Second shot. That's
And it's a
critical.
crit.
Excellent. Blast this man.
Okay, so I think it's just 2d6. I don't have an additional bonus to that, so. All right. Oof. 4 points. 4 whole points of damage, everybody.
4 points of damage. This is fire, correct?
No, it's the electric blast.
Oh, it's shock damage. All right, so this might come into play. Let me see here. You roll. Nope, it does do... Okay, so no change. Damage taken. Ouch. Wait, what? Okay. All right, cool. You heard him good. Top of the initiative. The Mr. Chester needs to get a good bonk
Yeah,
in.
troll.
Troll. The troll's gonna bonk you. He's gonna
Mhm.
try to bonk you. Dragon, how close are you to Chester?
I don't know. I mean, like probably only a foot over the road, anyways.
Well, you went over towards the
Okay.
trees to attack the
Yeah,
goblins.
you're next to
you
me.
can't-
He's next to me.
Okay. Okay, so I can hit both of you with this swing.
Or not.
Miss on Chester and the swing on Dragon.
But I thought you were doing one swing.
I thought that's a one swing.
Yeah, if it,
Oh,
yeah, one swing,
One
attack.
swing's one attack.
Mm-hmm.
oh
That's
well.
true. I'm rolling for a secondary thing that's happening. This is completely
And
unrelated.
another. How many natural 20s have you rolled tonight, Puffin?
I've rolled 5. That's my 5th one. So we're gonna save that
Jesus.
for later. That's not related to his attack. His attack totally missed, but that secondary thing worked just as great as I wanted it to. So now it's gonna go to Chester, the man of the
That's
hour.
me. No, well, I don't know about that. But let's see if I can hit
The elf
it.
of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope. But try with the
God.
shield.
I am trying with the shield.
Boom. Bop, lock,
All right.
There we go.
So the shield, of course, is applying the electrical.
So plus 3 damage.
So that plus 4.
Oh, yes.
Plus it's stacking.
Yep.
And let me do my damage. Oh, that's
2d6
not right.
plus 3. 2d6 plus 3. Beat the snot. Oh, wait, you get a plus 4 because your proficiency bonus. Plus 1 to all rolls.
That's right. 9, baby.
Including combat.
Well, you critted. You rolled an 18, so roll another d6.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I got to do that. Yeah.
Woohoo. I'm so nice.
There we go.
14
Total
points of damage
14.
plus 4, 18 point damage round. I had 19.
He's
Yeah, I've done a
taken
lot of damage to
57
this
total.
thing.
He's taken 57 points of total damage. He is not looking particularly great. He even drops to a knee after that hit.
Nice.
So it goes to, after him, it goes down the line to Lady. Owl Salacious. Are you
Ooh,
shooting
good
at the
job.
troll, or are you shooting
No,
at
she's
the
definitely
goblin?
shooting at the troll. Yeah.
I'm sure the troll.
All right, you hit the crap out of the troll, and that's a critical. So roll your 2d8 plus 3, please.
Get him. Get him.
Good roll, good, please.
Oh.
12.
All right, so
Yeah, that's an okay roll.
that's an
right in the
okay roll.
middle.
That's pretty good. That will actually kill him.
Yay!
Yay!
So the dust and everything, but as he's dying, remember I rolled a natural 20 earlier.
The little shivering thing, yeah.
He basically falls back and he grabs his club because he knows he's going to die, but it's not a club, it's a didgeridoo. And he and then falls into dust and leaves.
He's gonna call a ton of more goblins.
So
A didgeridoo?
didgeridoo. It's a
Didgeridoo.
It's a wind instrument from Australia.
Yeah.
But it can be a
Oh.
like that.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
How
anyways,
the hell is he doing that? Because you got to do it on the edge of a string, and he's going dead.
That's not
You
how
know-
a didgeridoo works at all.
No.
it's a wind
Okay.
instrument. He just blows through it. So, anyways, and with his last breath, wow, 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 wow. So he falls over dead. Disappears into smoke and clay, reabsorbed into the ground. So now it's just the goblins left. You took out one of the threats. Good job. So now the goblins see that you killed their big friend that would open bottles for them and does not like that. So miss because her defense is 16.
I thought you almost got another crit. I would have been.
I would have been ecstatic, but I did hit her that time. D6 plus 3. 4 damage to Lady. Man. So now a goblin's going to shoot at Chester
Ha,
for 23.
that hit.
Does that hit?
Mhm.
Okay. D6 plus 3. 6 damage.
Okay.
All right. So now the next one is going to go at Chester again because he's the most dangerous thing. Miss. And now the last. That's 4. Last one is going at Dragon. I think that hits.
What is it?
19.
19.
19.
9 points of damage.
Yeah.
9 points of Damaru. I love the skulls on the max increments because it's just as trolly as I am. Anyways, so it goes to Dragon. If you're still up and alive, go for it.
I am.
Excellent.
I'd like to hit something this time.
I believe in you. You hit the
Nice.
snot out of him.
That'll
Good
do
job.
it.
That'll do it.
Well, that's
And do you have high
critical
enough
as
axe
well.
work? Wait, do you have high axe work? Because you could hit both of these goblins because of the reach on your weapon. You could hit 2 of them.
I have a what is it? At least it's a 3 now?
If you have a 3 in axe work, that's the tier that lets you hit 2 targets in a swing. So roll your damage against 2 of them.
Yeah, well it says if you follow an enemy, you may swing you if you follow an enemy with your full swing, you move 5 feet and swing again once per
Okay.
round.
All right, so
But you should also have an ability where you can hit multiple enemies with one swing.
yep, it'll be all right. Just kill this thing. Kill the goblin. He needs to die. I believe in you.
8.
That's right. Puffin believes in you.
Yeah. Oh, it's at rank 4. He can hit 2 enemies. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he doesn't have
yeah.
it yet.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, the goblin that had the arrow is very dead. Would you like to step 5 feet and swing?
Yes, I would.
Okay,
Do it.
wonderful. Excellent. All right. You hit him too. Roll that damage.
And is that a critical? Nope, not a critical. But
Nope.
yeah, wait, oh
One
no,
point
it's a
away.
critical. No, it's a
Yeah,
critical.
What's
It would
your
only be-
might?
Yeah,
What's
where's
your
your
might?
I believe it's a 17.
well then yeah.
Yep, that is a critical. Roll your 2d8 plus 4.
12.
So 13 points. So let's see. Uh,
Oh yeah.
all right. The goblin is still alive.
Okay.
The second one you hit is still alive. But you see something very similar. You notice that the way the goblin moves as you hit him is very similar to the way you moved when you were hit by the troll. These goblins have, high rank of evasion. So once per battle,
I
they
don't know
take
if
half
all the
damage.
damage they're doing is evenly healing of the team because of magic.
Yep. So
Fair enough.
you did 12 damage. So how do you want to split up that healing amongst the team?
Well, I did
So
more than 12 damage. I dealt 12 damage and
you did 8. So you have 20 points to heal people with. So you could heal 10, Lady for 10 and GOP for 10.
Hmm.
okay.
All right,
Okay.
GOP, Lady, you're both healed for 10.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, so now after him, it
My
goes to GOP.
Okay, the one that's injured, I'm going to blast it.
Okay, you think you are.
Well, I'm going to try to blast it. I'm I get up from my cover.
Okay.
13, I doubt hits.
No, it does not.
And
Try again.
yep, one more roll. Nope, worse. Well, at least it's better than rolling a 2.
Yeah,
So,
it is definitely better than rolling a 2.
so these dice seem to be doing slightly better for me. I'll try a different one next round.
Flies have started buzzing.
And
around.
I'm getting back down undercover. That's my
Okay.
ducking back down.
So, as the echoes go through the forest, Chester, make me a survival roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have more attracted to us. We should probably start heading back
Retreat.
to the door.
Oh.
Okay. So with that, you're closest, and with your elven ears, the ground starts shaking in a very familiar, thundery tone.
Oh God, no! There's no way he has a call for the T-Rex.
He does.
He does. I rolled a natural 20. You can see it coming through the forest. It'll be here next round.
Okay.
Running
So-
would be a good idea.
How far is it back to the door?
Well,
It's like
it's my turn. Thank you very
Yeah,
We
it's
much.
his
weren't very
turn.
far.
My turn.
Yeah.
I'm outside of the door.
you're only 15 feet away from the door.
Yeah, I'm outside. I just magically am there.
Yep, you just
I'm done.
he just
You're not going to take a blast off at an enemy as we're retreating.
no, he's out.
I'm good.
I'm
Okay.
good. You don't know why he just disappeared, but you see him basically like start to go downstairs where he's standing. He bends like he does that, then he actually just disappears. So now it goes from him to, because in my mind, like walking down the stairs and the actual like on the ground is cool. So now it goes from him to Lady. Lady, this like elf man just poof. Your old acquaintance.
Yeah, okay.
Fire and move. Get back.
I was injured severely.
But you got healed
Even-
for 10.
Yeah.
That's still not enough, in my opinion. I was going
Okay,
to
something.
put something between me and the monkeys. And when
Between
I
you and
see
the
the
goblins.
Yeah, goblins, yeah. Sorry, monkeys, goblins,
Okay.
same thing. But when I see the T-Rex, I will start hoofing it to the door.
You
we
haven't
didn't.
seen it
We
yet.
didn't see it.
I
We
haven't.
haven't
I know
seen it.
I haven't seen it
Rumbling.
yet.
Okay, so you're readying your action to move. Okay, so you duck down completely behind cover. So you basically are lying prone. That's good because that means that they just can't hit you unless their arrows could penetrate the material, which they can't. So you're just kind of lying. But as you're lying there, lady, make a survival roll for me.
Mm.
All right. You don't notice anything. It goes now to the goblins. The goblins are, they see only 2 targets now. One of them just got annihilated. One just got attacked, so he's going to shoot at dragon and misses. And the next one's going to shoot at dragon and probably miss. Do.
Doom.
Does a 16 hit your range defense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 4 points of damage. No, 7. Wham. Now the other 2 are shooting at GOP because he has scary shock blasters.
Miss.
Almost a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Almost my 6th natural 20.
Yep. Yeah.
18?
That does hit me.
Okay. 4 damage.
Okay.
All right, and so now all of you feel the ground shaking. Boom, boom. And something enormous and prehistoric, made of clay, iron leaf, and rage, pushes the trees apart once again, as your old friend has returned.
I am sitting there
Well, not
holding the
late.
Do I get
door.
my attack?
Yeah, I know.
Before he
Well,
shows up?
I'm waiting for my turn.
Yeah, do I get attacked before he shows up?
Yeah, I
you
thought we had a
do.
whole round. So
Yeah, you do, but he arrives after the goblin. So go, dragon. He's just standing there. You still run from him.
Yeah.
You see him
Oh,
coming through
attack
the trees.
Yeah, well, I hit that one of the angel goblins,
Okay, roll to hit him. That's a miss.
and then I run under the path.
Okay, so you run onto the path. All right. So you're on the path. You run the full distance over to the paths. GOP.
All
You
right,
see
I'm
your old
already
friend.
on the path, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say running would be a good idea. But I am going to take a couple shots before I head through the door.
GOP.
At the
You get 5 XP for the 2000 Godzilla movie reference.
Thank you. Somebody
My
caught
favorite
that.
line in that movie. What do we do? Running would be a good idea.
All right. I'll take the 5 XP before you change your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 2 blasts at the one that's injured, and then I'm gonna head through the door out of, not in any way in range of this thing hitting me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you're when you get to the door, there's a cardboard cutout of me holding the door open with my right thumb up, saying, "You can do it."
I love it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll. Oh, natural 20! I had to get something tonight. Thank you.
You hit the goblin.
Yes, I'm gonna
All right.
blast the goblin with my natural
Okay.
20.
All right, go
So
for it.
that's gonna be 2d6, just straight 2d6. The worst 2 points of damage with that natural 20.
That was enough to kill it, though. It dies.
Yay! And I just for fun, since I have one more attack, I'll just blast one because none of the other goblins have taken damage, right?
Yeah, none of them have.
I'll just blast one of them as we're leaving,
Okay.
just the
Just give
final
him the finger.
screw you, Oh, I thought it was gonna be another
Oh,
20.
so
It was like right
close.
there. It's like no. Okay, and I'm just gonna bolt, through the door to get out of to get away.
All right,
So
at
the
this-
only person who's out there is Lady.
and Dragon. Dragon.
Oh
didn't
no,
No,
mention
I'm
that.
on
Dragon
the
ran to the door.
No, he ran to the path. He never said to the door.
Oh,
He's on the
That's
path.
right. He's on the
So
path.
I'm
the
drinking
T-Rex.
a beer back at the inn, talking to my girl.
Okay, so the T-Rex only sees one person there, which is Dragon, and it's going to walk over and try to eat him.
it doesn't see Lady at all.
It doesn't see her at all. Well, when he gets over to attack Dragon, he'll see Lady
Yeah.
land there. Does a 24 hit you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
by a lot.
Okay, good. Let's see here. I have
How
to roll
can
for
he
the
hit
damage.
me how can he hit me when I'm on the path?
He can, like, his head can move over the path. His body is not touching the path. He can attack you, like, with his reach.
Yeah, we already had this last
We've
time.
established that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he takes his 2 damage because that's the rage modifier. So that's that.
Wait, is he back in his original form or is he in his evolved form still?
He's in his original form. He's
Okay,
fully
so
recovered.
He
Yeah,
recovered.
sure.
I guess.
It's been multiple days. And it's magic. So let's see here. So this is this, and how many hit points do you have, Dragon?
Not many.
Okay, good. 32 points of damage. Dragon, do you have fate or luck? Because you haven't spent either
So
one
you
of those.
didn't tell me that last
He didn't
time.
think about it because I had this discussion with him. I'm like,
Yeah, when Chester said about it, I was like, oh shoot, she did have luck. And I mean, if you want to use fate and luck and get past through the T-Rex, and survive, that's up to you. But
Pass through the T-Rex and survive? Wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow, yeah.
But anyways,
That's a
so-
great experience, I'm sure.
Dragon,
There's
fate or
magically appearing behind the T-Rex as he tries to eat you. There's a cardboard cutout out of me appears, and he's got his hands out to catch the dislodged sizzle salacious.
yeah, if you want to,
he's already been passed. It's been a few days.
well,
Hope
we'll
nothing
see. We'll
bones
see
are
what
left.
happens. So, Dragon, do you want to
Well,
use your?
both of my evasion cuts it down to 16 points of damage.
Well, how many times can you use evasion? Because you used it once.
Twice.
Okay,
I
so
believe
16.
twice.
Yep, 16 points of damage.
What are you at now?
What are you at?
Negative 11.
Oh, you're
That's
still-
death. You die at -5. Would you like to use luck or would you like to use fate to survive?
Let's go with luck.
All right. So, luckily for you, as he's coming down to bite, he bites also into the fence and rips the fence up off of the path as the magic is pushing, because he's partially alive. Like, these creatures are partially alive and partially not. It's weird. And so, like, he flings it away, and because he actually bit the fence, you're at 0. So, because his top jaw, you actually evaded, and it wasn't actually his bite that hit you, it was his sheer mass as a huge creature. 2 tons of head just smashed you into the path. There's a little crater, but you're alive and
Unconscious, apparently.
unconscious. So, lady, you now don't have anything you're hiding behind. You're prone, and there's a giant T-Rex looking at you. What
And
are you
there's
doing?
no way for me to grab him and haul ass to the
Yeah,
door,
there
is there?
is. Do that.
Yeah, do that.
Oh,
Make a
I'm gonna
might roll.
try.
Exactly that.
Put me
Yeah.
in the squid. Put me in the squid or not?
Yeah, make uh you have some squid in you. You're okay. You were able to save some. Make a might roll for me, lady, to pull this guy, because he's heavy. You're a bird.
Yeah,
He's
hollow
he's an
bones.
armor. Hollow bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
Hollow
wondering
bones
how much
are
I heal.
stronger. You're fine. You grab him and you're dragging
Because I
him.
would know how much
Nice.
did I heal for me in the squid.
Good job.
Mhm.
Good job.
Yeah, how much did I heal for
Somebody
me in the
help
squid?
me!
When you cook and eat the squid, you heal for 2 points. So
No,
you're
okay,
still,
so that would have not made a difference.
it would not have. So yeah, you're at the door right now. You can, the others, well, GOP can pull you through the door.
Yeah, because
Hopefully.
I'm outside of. Yeah, I'm staying far enough away. I'm not going to get caught in another breath weapon. But yeah,
So, well, he can only use that in his transformed state. You haven't damaged him enough.
I don't know
So-
that. We didn't see what he could do for range in his non-transformed state.
Oh, that's true. You never did.
Yep. So
I
we
don't
do
know.
not know. So
Yep.
we do
So
not
you're
want to risk
going.
it.
So you pull her through the door and shut it.
Yeah.
With cardboard cutouts still standing there with a
And I look around and go, where the fuck is he? Did he leave the group? You know who I'm gonna tell.
And as the T-Rex roars in anger, he poops out a sizzle salacious.
Let me roll luck for that. That might happen. Because
Would you
these
like to
creatures.
spend a luck on that,
I don't have any
Chester?
left. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
fair enough.
15. Lady,
What?
do you want Sizzle to be? You want Sizzle's body back to potentially be resurrected?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Once they get enough money.
Well, so here's how it works. So Sizzle is the T-Rex. These creatures are mostly clay, magic clay and fungus based. So its digestive tract is
Not
questionable at
exactly.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad exact science. So as it's walking away, you get passed, like like you're encased in clay.
Okay.
So, and you drop to the ground. You're your body is lifeless, but it is there intact. You can
What about
bring
our
the
goodies with her?
Yeah,
Her
except we
stuff.
probably we wouldn't even know because we already closed
Yeah.
the door.
He was behind him already to
I have-
catch her.
I have cardboard cutout of me there.
Oh, you can
Oh,
see
so,
through.
never
the
so what
mind.
cardboard
happens,
cutout?
lady, is
I
you
land on the cardboard cut.
you,
You don't-
cut
you
out.
don't
crush the
understand.
cardboard cutout.
I have cardboard cutout magic.
Oh, okay. And that's.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you
so-
could see through it.
Well,
I
no,
just thought you could
it
make
only
them.
works in plat device situation.
It's only plot.
Oh,
Plot.
okay.
Okay, it's plot
So
armor.
what
Okay.
happens is whenever this thing, so your body falls out and crushes the cardboard cutout, and it sends a little signal, and the goblins come and take your lifeless
There you
corpse to
go.
one of the temples.
I made a deal. Yeah.
I made a deal. Also because the goblin women are kind of ugly, so it's like, oh goodness, oh no, she's dead. We have to save her. So one of the things, there's a skill called zealotry, and zealotry has a particular thing in it. It's a skill where whenever you roll a natural 20, let's see here. What array? Oh, okay, cool. But
Whenever you
Okay.
roll a natural 20,
Okay, you gain knowledge of divine enemies of your chosen deity, slaying them grants holy charge. Okay, so you gain a knowledge of divine enemies of your chosen deities. Slaying them grants a holy charge. At 9 holy charges, you can resurrect a fallen entity of equal or less size. So, if you take her back to the Temple of Aramax, and Aramax hate dragons. Not necessarily the big dragons, because wyverns and drakes also count. So, the Temple of Aramax has killed multiple, dragon spawn that attack Copopolis. They're like big monitor lizards, nasty things. But the High Cleric has 9 charges, and for such a wonderful being, he will happily use them as long as Sizzle gets cozy with his son.
Ooh,
So,
nice. And
um,
she's back at work. I got another character at the salamander. Sweet.
so you have been resurrected, lady,
Sweet.
and didn't take
Who
$10,000.
resurrected me, though?
The High Cleric of Aramax.
Yeah.
How did my body get back to town?
I
The
told you
goblins
I
took
made
you.
a deal. I have a
Yeah.
cardboard cutout specialty with my crafting, and I take these little gems and I put them in the cardboard, and therefore I can telepathically see through it. And I made a deal with the
Goblin
Goblin Mayor
Mafia.
here just while you guys weren't looking. And
Mm.
what's his name
Plot
again?
armor.
Gaba,
Mhm.
Goba, yeah, and
Uh-huh.
Gapo.
Gapo. And I said, hey, that pretty girl's back, and the goblins went and got you. See,
They
that's
did.
how. There you
Also,
go. There you go.
Okay.
also GOP works with the Goblin Mafia, so they
I
also
do.
came and got you.
I got muscled into it.
So
It
who
just
do I owe money to now?
Me.
You don't owe any
the
money.
Goblin
No, me.
Mafia.
No. Would you shut up? Me.
It's the High Cleric. You don't owe any money. The High Cleric just wants you to date his son.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Puffin.
You didn't bring her back. You brought back a corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's worth something.
And
It is
I'm
worth
not gonna pay Chester that money anyway, so that's
You don't
all
have to
right.
pay me. You have to work it off.
Mm. That's what he wanted, but it's too late now.
I'm a businessman now.
Yep.
a business owner.
I am. Well,
Okay,
Partially.
cool. So we are
Kinda.
still sans the 2 freaking iron leaf that I need.
Yes, but you
The whole
did
point.
get a good amount of XP. Everybody got 18 experience for that whole sequence of killing near all the goblins, killing the troll, surviving a dragon attack, making deals,
Mhm.
and getting a better quest. All
Yeah,
that stuff adds
deals.
up.
Now, seeing as
Mhm.
they're I didn't take any damage. They're gonna have to all heal up. I got time. I go back and spend the rest of the day talking to the demon lady.
Okay, you're gonna go talk to the
You should
demon
do it.
lady and her husband. That's cool.
Yep.
So yep, you go back to the spa and you just walk through the portal and you're gonna talk to her, and that will give you rank 0 of Infernal Studies.
Very good. And I'm gonna start
Now, do
leveling
you
that up.
want do you want Infernal Studies to be one of your core skills that you can level, or do you want it to remain at 0 with your Savant?
I'm gonna level this for sure.
Okay, so GOP pointed something out. If you have a very high intelligence modifier, which you do, you get 2 extra skills. So I think you can have 7 skills, the 4 base and then 7 extra.
Oh, okay. So let me
And
see how
then
many I have now to see how that walks. The old Elvish wouldn't count because that's at 0 with the Savant. Giant
Mhm.
Ford comes with Elder Study, so that doesn't count. Arcane weaving, that's definitely a magical thing, so I have that. So that's
Mhm.
1. The Mining and Earth I got as a Savant, so then I got 1, 2,
Yeah, the elder studies.
3,
If you want, you
4,
level that
5,
up, so
6.
that's 2 that you've leveled.
Yeah, 7. That makes 7 right there because I have a whole bunch
Yep.
of savant stuff that have or
Mhm.
stuff that's bounced off of other things. But yeah, that right there is 7 infernal studies. So
Yep, Infernal Studies. So
very
you
good.
get the. Yep, there you go.
So I start.
And
I basically spend the next week or two while these guys heal up, just working on that. Cool.
How long does it take for us to? I'm only down what 13 points of healing. I know. I know.
Well, he's
Dragon was
dead.
down to. Yeah. Well, Dragon wasn't dead. Dead. He's at 0.
He's
So he's
mostly dead.
yes. So I don't know how many points he has to
Liar!
heal.
Liar!
How many points? You said we have two downtime things that we can use to get points back for health.
Yes. Yep.
Um.
Whenever you're doing downtime for health, you get 1 point per hour of rested. So he would get 16 hit points back. So he's at 16. If you spend a day resting.
Okay. So I'll spend
And
one
if
day
he's
resting to get back to full then.
and if he eats 3 meals a day, that's another 3 points because he gets +1 from his cooking. So you get 19 a day.
Wait.
Okay.
So can you have any skill at Zilville then?
No, he has a savant. Remember, every character has their innate trait. Like yours is you are regal. As a lion, you get your own personal character trait, and because you're regal, that's why you didn't have to make any rolls. The lionesses just follow you as your harem because you are regal as a lion. Um, and Chester's is he's a savant, which means he can have any skill at level 0. It doesn't level up unless it's a base skill, but he can have any number of skills at rank 0 just by encountering the skill and rolling a
Right.
17 or better.
Which I got a bunch of them. Or things that are just effect based skill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't we say like mine was like multi-tool? We kind
Yeah,
of
yours is a multi-tool thing because you can basically your effect GOP is you can do like upgrades and modifications to your suit in half the time. That's how you were able to rebuild it so quickly.
And
Oh, I
what was
meant-
sizzling, salacious, whatever.
You
it
had
is.
You had
stripper
a-
sense.
Yeah, you
Oh
had
yeah, stripper sense.
Yep.
And
stripper
so, do I
sense.
have 2 archers or
You can
someone?
play whichever archer you want, or you can play both of them at the same time. It's fine with me.
Okay.
You can have them follow each other, and Sizzle may have known this other archer because she's younger than you. You could have like raised her like a big sister.
Okay.
So if ever like Sizzle has to do jobs or work or is hanging out with the cleric's son, you can send your other archer, and you don't party doesn't have to wait for you.
Sure. Okay.
So,
Have to hang out with the cleric's son.
Yeah, the cleric would really like his son to have a hardworking woman in his life, and since he brought you back from the dead, all he asks is that you give his son a chance.
And his son is an orc.
No, his son is an elf.
Oh. Okay.
since I have enough money to do it, I wasn't even thinking. Can I get a +3 halberd?
$600 plus the price of a halberd.
Okay, what's the normal cost of a normal halberd?
Price of a normal halberd is about it's gold, so 7 gold.
Okay, so 607.
So
Gotcha.
which? Okay. So it's the other character that got the 18 experience, not salacious. But okay,
No.
that works.
77. Okay. Cool. So I've got a +3 halberd, which is really nice. And yeah. That helps me a lot.
Good. Well, everybody's healing up and stuff like that, so that's all nice.
That's awesome.
I got one day.
Both my characters have 2 S's in their names.
Yes, I know. That was
Weird.
the joke I made. Like,
And what do you want your
Beginning of time,
owl's
huh?
specific trait, like specific unique character trait to be?
From the owl, it's a quiet flying.
Well, that's an automatic from being a Zet. I mean, like he's a savant. Your other character has stripper sense. Like, what do you want to make your character stand out? Do you want her to be like the best, like an amazing chef? Do you want her to, um, heal quickly? Do you want her to have an adiatic memory? So, photographic memory. Do you want her to have, auto tune in her voice so she can, sing really well? Or, do you want her to have great balance? Do you want her to be noble, kind of like dragon is for being an owl,
No,
or do you
no.
want
mean
her to
lion?
have? Yeah, lion. Sorry. Well, she's an owl. Do you want to have?
So she'll
Let's
be
see.
wise.
She could be wise. You want to be wise?
Isn't that where that photographic memory thing comes in?
Well, I mean that's not necessarily wisdom.
Hmm. Let's take
Hmm.
Oh, you can figure it out in a minute. Um,
yeah, give me a
so
minute.
it'll be all right. So in the meantime, as you guys are all healing up and you've done your particular business deals, Dragon, your eye wakes up.
Oh no, not again.
Ah, well, it seems that you lived through that terrible place. I'm not really sure what you were doing. I couldn't see anything, but we have work to do. I am going to. I'm still waiting for you to, tell me what you want, but I have a gift. I come bearing gifts.
The kind of gifts.
Uh, Reach up and touch my house, your false eye.
Okay.
I
You
just say,
touch the
ooh.
eye, and as you like pull your hand back, there's a dagger in your hand.
Now stick it in your other eye. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is a sacrificial weapon. It was used to sacrifice many lives. The result being that it is cursed.
Offer it as a donation to the to the
Yeah,
dragon.
to the dragon because like
It has a unique ability to help kill the living, but if you want, you can stab it into a corpse and it will return.
You say can revive the dead?
Basically, stick this in a corpse and it becomes a zombie to fight for you for a short time.
Hmm.
Zombie.
So how good at killing the does it suck the life?
Good at killing the living? Well, you'll just have to swing it and find out. Maybe someone you care about that, might survive it, you could give them a good stab.
Yes.
So, it's up to you, Dragon. You can stab people.
Stab roll.
I mean, you can, if you want to find out what it does, you gotta stab somebody.
Sacrifice in my religion.
I mean, you are like your goddess is a hunting goddess, so you can justify sacrifices.
I'm just waiting for you to call the artificer over or the architect.
Yeah, and call the artificer over, give him a good shank.
No, I think I'd rather find a criminal to shank.
All right. So you go. Well, all the criminals have been eaten, so you gotta find somebody else.
No, only the models that they had in the prison.
That's all. That's all they had. People only
Yeah.
really. You're not gonna get the other like extortionists and everything. They're part of the mafia. Only the ones, only the killers are the ones they are able to catch.
Hmm.
So, who are you stabbing? Do you stab some random goblin on the street?
That's not going to end up in jail at all.
He's gonna end up in the pit himself.
He might.
It's okay. Hey, you know what? You could stab the artificer.
Do that.
You could
Don't
poke
tell me
Sizzle to
to
make sure she's
stop them.
alive.
Yeah,
You could stab yourself or one of your lionesses.
you could go find a random a goat or something.
Yeah, you could
Hmm.
stab a goat. It necessarily had
Random
to be a person.
goats in the Underdark.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know, a frog, something. I don't know, like a bat.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, just
Plenty of
I'll just find
animals.
some. I'll find some random wild animal and attack it.
okay. You find a lizard and stab it. Okay, so as you stab the lizard, you see that the lizard's eyes go wide as it's kind of been impaled, and it looks like it's having an existential crisis. And the wound instantly closes. The dagger shoots out, and the lizard turns and looks at you, and waits. Looks like it's awaiting orders. It's like, well, this is not necessarily the thrall I was looking for, but this, I guess, this will work. And you see that your like the eye kind of like the pupil in your eye dilates a little bit, and the lizard hops onto your shoulder and is now talking to you. Well, this body will have to do as a projection. Yes, whoever you stab, I am able to project my consciousness into them.
Do it, the rabbit. Actually, it wants to be a rat, but that's not the point.
So if there's someone that you want potentially dominated, just stab them with a knife, but not anyone too smart. They
Okay.
must be stupid, or else they might resist, and that's not fun because then they'll know I did it, and then you'll have to fight them because I'm not going to let them live knowing that I tried to take over their body. You're going to have to smash them. And that is where we have come to time. That is where we will leave it this time. Everyone's trying to get GOP more Iron Leaf, which seems to
Yes.
be an incredibly difficult task.
It does.
We got the first 4 just fine. I just need 2. Just
needs
2.
two. Just 2.
All
Now,
right.
you right before we go, Chester, there
Yeah.
was something that Sizzle was able to pick up.
Hmm.
Now Sizzle did live, but her gear did not. It's still stuck in the T-Rex. But
Oh man.
there was another item that got defecated that is particularly valuable, and you can give it to Sizzle or you can keep it in the inn. It is a mace.
Mace.
It belonged to somebody else who wasn't as lucky as Sizzle.
So this is on the cardboard cutout retrieval program.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. It's a mace, and it belonged to Sizzle.
No,
No.
it belonged to someone else that got eaten by the T-Rex,
Oh.
like Sizzle.
Well, I don't think she's going to
Yeah.
play Sizzle. She's going to play the owl, right?
She's gonna play. I think she's gonna if something. She wants to play Sizzle. And if something comes up where Sizzle has to work or she gets injured or something, she switches to the owl.
Yeah, well, the owl
Hey,
was the
Puffin.
guide today. Oh, that makes sense. That's cool. Does Sizzle use maces?
Puffin, look what I sent you.
Never have before.
That's
Yeah,
cursed.
you're like an archer.
So
So what
Yeah.
I'll do with the with this magical mace is I guess I would sell it.
okay. So
So because
The
these
mace.
guys are healing up anyway, so I go to the magic dude and I say magic mace.
He looks at it and is like, I mean, it's kind of magical. It's not that magical. I give you 50 gold for it.
Oh wow, it's not really very useful at all.
I mean, it's the material it's made of, not so much the magic.
Oh, I see. I see.
Mhm.
Well,
If
in that case, I will thank him. I'll give him a coupon for a free drink on ladies' night.
okay, he says
Um,
thank you.
oh, you're welcome. And I just take it and hang it by the bar for one of the ladies that need to bonk somebody.
Yep, it's a +1 solid steel mace.
Cool. Well, I will add that to the bar. So let
Well,
me go do that.
plus one anything is at least 100.
It's all right. If it was something big, then I can make money for the party. It's not, so it's just cosmetic.
Yeah, and he's buying it at half price.
True.
Mhm.
True.
He's got to make a profit.
That is true.
As you do. That's true.
Is there like any aquatic or semi-aquatic animals with hands around?
Yes, there are
That's a
frogmen.
very specific request.
Yeah,
Are you gonna stab one of the frogmen?
I think you should.
Yes.
Yeah.
There
Could
are
I
any of them in jail?
before I take us out of here, can I make a
Mhm.
clarification
Yes, sir.
real quick?
Mhm.
Now, my shield is a +2 leaf shield. Or no, a
Yes.
+3. It was +3 actually. A +3 leaf shield. And together it gives me +4 to my armor class, right? And the shield, not the armor, but the shield does add to your range value, which is why mine is so high. Okay, I got that. Now in combat though, my true sword you said has +2.
It's a +2 to hit and damage.
Okay, so it's a +2, and the leaf shield is a +3, but you said it's only to hit, not damage?
Your shield's a +3. It is a +3 to your armor and things. It's a shield, so you can do like a shield bash and damage to it. But yes, you would be able to add. What's your shield level?
My shield level is 1.
Um,
My shield play is rank 1, as is my
rank
sword
one.
play.
Okay, let me look at shield play rank 1. Let me see if it lets you. I just need to see this right here because put it. Dang it! Now there's like 50 pages of spells I have to go through.
Yeah, it needs to be organized and indexed.
I
Yeah,
thought you were gonna do that, Chester.
I got busy.
yeah,
Creating all those characters and Ian.
he's being very helpful. So with shield play, mainly the shield adds to your ranged and melee defense. With shield play, I don't know if it would apply as a particular weapon because the shield is not normally classified as a weapon.
Right.
Um, but I could justify.
Well, I did
Um,
make the shield. It was
you
constructed,
didn't? Did you put any
and I
like
paid for
through?
it. I
Yeah, you
use
did.
Yeah, because unfortunately, the reason he can't get Iron Leaf is because I bought it all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Did you put any kind of like spikes on the shield
Well,
to
I'm just saying,
classify it as
in
a?
the construction,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to work it out. I would have built it for my purposes, and I'm a Florentine fighter. It's just a sword and board Florentine.
Oh, okay. So you would have put some spikes on the shield. Yeah, with a 15, you would have basically made it into a weapon shield. And here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do for you. All right.
I just want to get
It's
the
plus.
pluses and bonuses correct. Is all.
Okay. So since it's a weapon, but it's a shield, it'll do +2 to hit and damage in your shield bash, and +3 to both your defenses
Okay.
because of its modifier.
All right.
Because
Okay.
it's a +3 shield. Because it's a weapon, it gets a minus. Because it's a shield being used as a weapon, it gets a -1. So it'd be +2/2 when you're bashing.
Okay. So therefore,
Therefore,
um, therefore, so
yeah,
how am I going to write this up? So, uh, the
you would just.
sword is sitting at
Hmm.
a +7, so to hit. The
Hmm.
shield would be might +2
+2.
+1, so +6. So I was doing that
Yes.
correctly. Okay, I had that correct.
Yep.
So
Yes, you did.
damage, for the sword is D8 plus 5 plus 6. I was doing that right. Okay. And damage for the shield would be plus
Now, where's
plus
the plus
6.
5? Where's the plus 5 and
Well, the true
coming
sword
from?
is plus 2, right?
Plus
So
2.
the damage would be plus 2 plus my might, which is 5, plus my 1 to everything. So
Oh, okay.
6,
So,
right?
okay, so plus 6 total. Yeah,
And the
I thought you were
shield
saying
is the
Wait, how do
same.
you have a +5 to your might bonus?
I don't. I have a plus 3 and I have a plus 2 sword and I'm 5th level. So altogether, the sword and the shield are both plus 6 damage. Correct?
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
both
so
are plus 6.
I was 99% correct. The shield, I wasn't damaging properly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. And I will, I'll be around if anyone has questions. But
Okay.
yes, another successful episode, everyone. Remember, you got 18 XP, and hopefully next time GOP can get his leaves and you won't get eaten by a giant monster.
And he can stop
Yeah.
sucking.
Stop
Right?
rolling.
That'd be nice.
Be nice.
Yeah.
But
would be.
nevertheless, thank you guys for coming in. It was a lot of fun. We'll see you next week. And mainly, we're going to go talk to some dwarves. So that should be eventful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi ho!
Hi
Hi ho!
ho! All right.
Hi ho! Hi ho!
It's off to work we go. All right. Later, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.